that I'm man. Yo. Man. What the fuck is good? How y'all doing? How y'all feeling? How are you all living, baby? Welcome back to the stream. Welcome back to the stream. Welcome back to the fucking stream, man. What a beautiful day. What a beautiful day, man. What a beautiful day in the world. Crypto. I mean, yeah, it's unbelievable, really. It's unbelievable. We had to, I don't know how much better our thesis could have played out. Bitcoin does nothing but doesn't leg down, stays flat. Ideally, it goes up a little bit, but if it doesn't, it doesn't. Bitcoin dominance goes down, and the three coins that matter just go up really high. And what's happened? Well, Bitcoin's done nothing. Dominance has gone down, and the three coins that matter have gone really high. Really high. As I look at a quote on the screen right now, Hyperliquid is 52.8. Unbelievable, really. Hyperliquid at that size to move like that. Okay, I'm gonna talk about the other ones in a minute, but to move at that size, this aggressively, up 10% on a day, seemingly 3 days in a row, unbelievable. Second, Zcash, as I look at the screen, $686. I don't know what to say. Like, I feel good about this one. Yeah, I haven't sold a single coin. I was arguing with fucking retards in the chat about why I'm not. Everyone's telling me to sell. I'm like, guys, this is not a group trade. This is a one-way Telegram channel. I express my trade. You read my trade expression, and it's working so far. We're not fully out of the woods yet. Okay. At this stage, we now have to worry about TradFi scaring the hose. Is probably the biggest fear. First time chatter from YouTube. Welcome, brother. Welcome. Someone get this guy a sub. We need a DH break still. And Bitcoin is really a piece of shit, which is unfortunate and a potential problem. But look, it's up 20% on the day. So I'm going to just take this for what it is. And we're going to feel good about it. We're going to talk about it, obviously, in depth. At the same time, I almost couldn't believe it. Dina, thanks for the gifted. Doodle Research, thanks for the 10 gifted. At the same time, we got war over for the 15th time. I almost couldn't believe it. Oil cliffing and Bitcoin refusing to leg down. Well, it's not legging up. It is not legging down. It's pretty fucking beautiful, to be completely honest. DNAP, send a Loracle thing. I'm actually curious how he's looking. But this is going to be one of those streams where it's hard for me to talk because I have a lot to get out and it's going to be a mess. But I haven't sold a single coin yet. And I just think it's funny. Like, we went through 12 months of the worst price action in the history of the industry. And then you get a 30% pump and everyone is like short publicly. I'm like, guys, it's you get a spot and you swing. And if it works, it works. If it doesn't, it doesn't. But how are we going to trend surf if you're not going to stand up on the fucking surfboard? So anyways, I'm going to back up. We got a lot to talk about, but it's hard for me to focus. Things at 6. I mean, let's just jump ahead and we'll go back. This thing is at $690 right now. Okay. Chart is unbelievable. Okay. The Eli's line has fell convincingly. Okay. And the craziest thing about this chart is 1 month volume on Velo. Look at this. There is a phantom bidder in the order books right now, and he's buying every single token. Look at this. This is insane. I was a little bit scared because it wasn't really ripping volume into the chart, and I was a little bit like, ooh, I don't know. But no, it's exchange. Blue is Binance. It's by exchange. Orange is Hyperliquid, pink is Bybit, blue is Binance. And here's open interest. It's a lot of perps. Just broke ATH open interest as well. But it's fucking nuts. And so we have a lot to get into today. Andrew Kang is now the CEO of RoboStrategy, which is pretty nuts. We have Nvidia earnings today, which is nuts. We have oil off a cliff, which is nuts. I have what is gearing up to, like, I don't want to get ahead of myself, but depending on how we play this, reasonable potential to be one of the best trades in my life that I'm going to have to figure out how to play. We have OpenAI news. We have Bed Bath & Beyond story that broke today, which is a really fun one. We have CoffeeZilla investigating Trump trades, which is a fun one. We have ServiceNow as our stock of the day to cover. We have Hyperliquid ETF ripping volume. We have GitHub hack, which is really scared. What percentage of your net worth? I mean, it's now 100, like, I don't know, 80% of my purpose book at this point. Really high. We have VVV to talk about. We have crypto to talk about. We have Garrett Bullish to talk about. We have Korean stocks. We have a new Stanley Druckenmiller clip. We have a million things to talk about. So on that note, let's get into it. Market close in 10 minutes. That means I have 10 minutes to fucking bullshit. And you know how we start bullshit. Cold Money, what's good? Caleb, what's good? Phil, what's good? Pre-Rich Intern, what's good? Rectal Glizzy, what's good? Not Kevin, what's good? Cal, Caleb, Tingle Trader, Art Mommy, DTOS, Sir Wheatons, Shifty, Forward Jack, Jackson Ray, Starting, Proof of Work, OX Jesse, Rustbond, Caleb, New Zealand, Boof. Are you boofing today? Man, what's good? Hidden Character, what's good? Pudgy, what's good? Screw, what's good? God, Rock, what's good? House Goblin, what's good? Wolf of Shelby, what's good? Rex, what's good? Triple, what's good? Citrina Analyst number 3, what's good? Phantom Bets, Fanta, pull up on Friday, bro. Come on, don't fade me. Andrew, what's good? Yonan, what's good? Don't fade me, brother. Sparky, what's good? Aram, what's good? Aram, what's good? Riley, what's good? Omar, what's good? Teo, what is good? KG Odo, what is good? Katsu, what's good? Welcome, welcome. Giga, what's good? Welcome, 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 welcome. Snare, Margin, Tweba, welcome to the fucking stream. All right, I'm going to start with the bad news. I was just informed today that apparently Monday is supposed to be a holiday. Not some sort of holiday. It's Memorial Day. My bad. Not some sort of holiday. Monday is a holiday, very important holiday. And I was informed by everybody that my whole the whole company is taking off. I have no one at the company. Is everybody's out. Everyone is off on Monday. And the market's closed. And so everyone was like, threadguy, like, why don't you just take a break? And I'm like, take a break? What am I going to what? What am I supposed to do if I don't stream? Like, I don't know, like, go outside. I'm like, what am I supposed to do? And so what do you think about the stream? I'm thinking, I have a proposal, maybe. I have a proposal, okay, on what we could do Monday, okay? which is I don't really want to take a break. And I told the team, I'm on the call, and I'm like, guys, everyone's like telling me that they're gonna be off. I'm like, guys, you know why planes don't crash? And everyone's like, Tulip King rocket scientist ass is like, well, the triple turbine spin with the Nvidia TPUs and the Google GPUs combined with the pilot velocity divided by, and I'm like, no, Tulip King. Malcolm, do you know why? And he's like, because they avoid buildings. I'm like, no, dude. DNAP, do you know why planes don't crash? He's like, the pilots go to pilot school. I'm like, no, guys, planes. Does anyone here know why planes don't crash? Does anyone know why planes don't crash? We sat here for 5 minutes doing this exercise. Tulip King is like doing the Pythagorean theorem on like rocket landing. Do you know why planes don't crash, guys? Planes don't crash because they're going too fast. They're moving too fast. They're flying through the air too fast, okay? And things in motion stay in motion. And for you to ask me to take off a stream is to ask for this entire operation to come crashing down, okay? Someone was like, oh, there's air traffic controllers. I'm like, DNAP, no, bro. It's not the fucking air traffic controllers, okay? And so this is what I'm going to do. This is what I decided I'll leave it up to fate if I stream or not, okay? I decided I'll leave it up to fate. Okay, I'm gonna leave it up to fate. I'm gonna ask somebody on a date for Monday today. Once I get off stream, I'm gonna ask somebody on a date. If she says yes, I'm not gonna stream. If she says no, I'm gonna stream. That's fair. That's fair. I'm gonna leave it up to fate. I'm gonna ask her on a date. If she says yes, I'm not streaming. If she says no, I'm just not gonna tell you, and I'm just gonna spark, and we're just gonna act like this never happened. Okay, and I'm gonna put it in God's hands. Okay, and maybe if the date goes really well, we'll do like an e-date on stream. Okay, I'm leaving it up to God, and that is, I could do it as a voice call in the pit. Dude, you have way too much confidence in my ability to pull this stuff off. So that's what we're gonna do on Monday. I didn't realize it was hot. Chat, you all got work on Monday? Yes or no? You all got work on Monday? Do you all have work on Monday? No. Jeez. I'll say, yeah, we were talking about, got Meta laid off. Did you really? Damn, I'm sorry to hear that. If you really, I'm going to play the video of Zuckerberg talking about laying y'all off. That's fucked. I'm sorry to hear that. Genuinely, I'm sorry to hear that. If you're watching on YouTube or Twitter and you would like to chat, twitch.tv/threadguy. All right. We got 5 minutes for the market close and Nvidia earnings. And what I want to tell you guys is last night, I'm going to tell you about my day, and then we're going to start the stream. Last night, you gotta really be about this shit if you're really about it, right? And so last night, I sat down. Why does the Bitcoin price behind you never update manifesting? I sat down last night and I watched the fabled Paul Tudor Jones movie. Has anyone seen it? Apparently, he has tried extremely hard to scrape this thing off of the internet. Okay. Apparently, nobody knows this thing exists. It has 5,000 views on YouTube, no comments. It has one review on IMDb. Is that what it's called? IMDb. It has one review. And there was somehow, some way, there was physical copies of this movie that have been like burned from the earth, dumped into garbage waste, and out of commission forever. If you know how to get a physical copy of this movie, I'll pay you handsomely. No watch guys shit. I'll pay you very handsomely if you can get a copy of this movie. But I have 4 minutes till market close. Bro, the pits are even... Okay, imagine this. Imagine this. Part of the problem with trading size now in 2026 is your... I don't know, I probably pay $500 for it. Your size and your fills suck, okay? Like if you're trying to enter and exit a position, you know, with 9 figures, 10 figures, your fills suck. You get slipped up, you rip the price, okay? That's the problem now. Imagine trying to fill $1 billion at market price by calling a guy who has to call a guy to get you a price, to call you back, to see if you want to take the price, to call him back and tell him what the order is confirmed or not. Think about how much time goes on to get a fucking quote. And so our biggest problem now is getting filled. Their biggest problem was getting filled and getting a quote. And so I'm not going to play much of this movie, but I want to play 1 second of it. It's unbelievable.
Give him a little drums along the mohawk. Do a little tom-tomming on the market.
He's 32 in this. He manages $150 million, maybe.
Offer 3,070.
Offer 3,070. Offer 3,070?
Yeah.
Bro, look at what they were doing back in the day.
Drums along the mohawk. Do a little tom-tomming on the market here on the end. Offer 3,070.
Offer 3,070. Offer 3,070?
Yeah.
Into the phone.
Hey, listen, Benny, don't offer that. Sell 540 market. Sell 540.
540 market. Sell 540 market. 540 market.
Yeah, March, go.
Look at this. Get a fill. Get a fill. Get a fill. Get a fill. Fill me now. Fill me.
Well, anyway, the whole point is I risk 10 cents, right?
Bro, this shit. Then they swap to a guy who runs the, I don't know what they call him. Like, he's like a runner. Like, he catches the runner. He's like, I don't know what his job is, but he's the guy that catches the orders and like phones them in. Okay. And he works in the trading floor and his job is brutal. Okay. And he gets on the thing and they interview this guy and he's like, man, I'm 32 years old. I used to have aspirations for myself. I've been here 10 years. I used to have dreams. I used to have goals. Now, I'm 10 years in the pit. I don't know how much longer I can do this. Usually, guys don't last here 10 years. 10 years, you're a vet. Guys don't last 10. I had aspirations to have a savings account. I thought I was going to say, no, I'm a lifer. And it's like so depressing. And I'm sitting here like, oh, the fucking pit. So anyways, I highly recommend it. Cool things. I'm talking about a physical CD. I watched it last night, the whole movie. I watched the whole movie on YouTube. I found it in 5 seconds as well. I want a physical copy of it. I want to own it. I want to hold it in my hand. I want to look at it. I want to plug it in my disc player and I want to just like take in Paul Tudor Jones. I want to meditate him screaming. Dude, there's this clip. The last thing I'll say, we'll do market close. There's this clip of Paul Tudor Jones. It's like 5 p.m. on a Sunday. He's in his beautiful home and he's sitting on the phone. He's like, the only market that's open is to trade the New Zealand currency. And he's ripping $50 million orders into like the New Zealand, whatever they call it, the New Zealand currency, just because it's something to trade. That's it. He just wants to trade. He doesn't care. I don't care. I just want to trade. I have aspirations for how much I want to make. I'm never leaving. I'm never leaving the game. They're never getting rid of me. I'm a lifer. I'm never leaving. It's fucking beautiful, man. It's beautiful. I couldn't believe it. How awesome it was. Highly recommend it. Shout out to Paul Tudor Jones. And on that note, the market closed 1 minute ago. Nvidia earnings are coming in any moment. Spam me with it when they come out. And we are going over market close. If you're watching on YouTube or Twitter and you like to chat, twitch.tv/threadguy. You already know the drill. What I want to know. What are you long? What are you short? What are you up on? What are you down on? What are you looking to enter? What are you looking to exit? What are you sidelined on? How much cash do you have? What do you like? What do you hate? Is it out? Is it out? Is it out? And is it out? 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 All right, what do you got? SG. Link Nvidia earnings when it comes out. Up a lot on Zeke and Hype. Congrats. Up 40% on Hype. SPX, BTC, Zeke. Fumbled Zcash so bad, maybe question my life. Brother, as long as you're in the game, you're in the fucking game. Zeke, Hike, VVV, obviously. Long Micron, me too. Hype and Zeke. Up Hype on Zcash. Lit, Micron, and Samsung. I like the Samsung trade. Congratulations. We have a Samsung segment scheduled for today, actually. I like the Samsung trade. Still long Zcash. Bought more Bitcoin. Whoa. Ondo, LSCC. Any stocks, any oil, anything fun. Something that isn't Zcash and hype. Short, hype, oil, and long QQQ. Okay. Why are you short hype? That's a scary one. Jeez. Long lighter. SATL. What else? What else y'all got? OXLL or OKL, excuse me. I'm fat on hype. Still up good on the ETH short. ETH short probably look good here. Long Google, long Bloom since 80. Congratulations. Bitcoin short. Bloom calls printed. Congratulations. Bitcoin short. Oof. I hope you're wrong. Long XLM. Long Per. Which one? The meme coin or the real one? RVI. That's a unique one. I don't hear a lot of that these days. Alt.fund. Looking for a near entry. Permanent Iran deal. Zcash short. Whoa. From what price? Whoa. Look at Nokia. I will. VCX. Long Chevron. Interesting. Shorting hype is like, I'm not going to read that one. I am not going to read that message out loud. I'm not going to read that one. All right. Anything else? You got like a minute. You got like a minute. What time do Nvidia earnings calls start? We're going to have to watch it. Should we be looking for a trade regarding FIFA World Cup? Inverse Loracle. Be careful. Nebius. Nice. Chud long. Anything else going once? Anything else going twice? Look at OKLL. Remind me. And going 3 times. ASML. Is anyone long ARM before I move on? I want to give you clout. Is anyone long ARM before I move on to the look at the charts? I want to give you clout if you've longed ARM. 3, 2, 1, and nobody's long ARM. DJ Slumbo, congratulations if you have ARM shares. Good for you, brother. All right, wild day today. In the Nvidia earnings are out. Yes, maybe. Yes, no, maybe so. Yes, no, maybe so. Earnings guy. Where's the earnings guy? Where is the earnings guy? No, not out yet. Although there's some fucking phantom bidders in the order books for Nvidia. All right, market close. The S&P 500 and the SPX 500 index coming in at 7432.96. So if I write here, you will see my text, right? Yes, I will. That's the beauty if you watch on twitch.tv/threadguy, up 1.1% and looking pretty juicy, to say the least. We have had the war FUD potentially washed away. That's a beautiful looking chart, I must admit, if we can get back into new all-time high territory. Oil off a cliff. Nothing better than that. Nothing makes my life feel better, happier, more exciting than cliffing oil. I like to cliff it. Russell up 2.5. The semi index, the SOX, is up 4.7%, and I am long Micron. I don't really know much about it, but I caught the entry 667 because I figured, fuck it. It's about time. It's about 20%. Why not take a little stab? Bought the top today, averaged out somewhere in the middle. Looks good. I'll get to that in a little bit. It's the worst coin ever. The IGV software ETF is up 1.4%. Looks decent. Kospi down 1. NASDAQ 100 up 1.5. The Dow up 1.3 and back above the Pam Bondi 50K level. Do you still have that oil barrel? Yes, I do. Yes, I do. Shout out to Pam Bondi, man. I don't think she deserved it. That thing's back above her level. Shout out to the big Bond. Shout out to Bondi. Also, let me retweet my tweet that we are live. If you're watching on Twitter, YouTube, whatever, twitch.tv/threadguy. And the Qs are up 1.6 and printing a pretty beautiful chart. Does anyone here hold any of these indices? Like, do you hold the Qs? Do you hold S&P shares? Are you long NASDAQ? Does anyone, or we just hold individual names? I'm genuinely curious. Is Soul ever coming back? Ooh, brother. On that note, crypto, big crypto, Bitcoin 77,553. It's fine. Okay, it's fine. And we need Bitcoin to just be fine. We don't really need, like, if Bitcoin could do this. Oh, I got rugged. If Bitcoin could do something like this, like, let's go on the daily. If we could just like just kind of hang out here. Up, not quite. Not just fucking jerk off a little bit in this range. It seems like alts are down to just absolutely send. Okay, the flows have consolidated. Garbage is not pumping. Memes are not pumping. It's straight 3 coins, black hole sucking all the flows. Bitcoin dominance is 60. If this could just not die and sit in this range, we will be good. Now, if Bitcoin decides to do something like this and come down here, not great. Really not great. And I mean, this is our fear, right? The fear is that Bitcoin is being dragged up by stocks right now. Stocks scare the hose. Bitcoin shits the bed. Oil pumps again. Alts are going to be stuck in the trade for another month, which is what it is. The time rug is the time rug. But anyways, is anyone in a Bitcoin position directionally long or short? Leverage especially, I'm curious. Is anyone long or short BTC on some serious capacity? Me holding spot. You know I always hold spot, but it's look, it's not. Is Nvidia out? No, not yet. Spam me when it is 20x short. That's kind of dangerous. Nvidia is not out yet. I remain a Bitcoin bull here, but ideally you would like to see Bitcoin print a fuck you candle because everyone is thinking they can outperform it and it would outperform all the garbage alts. That would be ideal. Is that going to happen? I don't know. We do need, I think, for hype and Zeke and these alts to really go for it, we got to make another attempt at 82. Ideally, we don't leg down first, but you can't control the charts. The charts will do what the charts want to do. Moving on, Hyperliquid up next. Just absolutely unbelievable how strong this thing is. 52.5, and it is going. I mean, it's going for it. It has sort of climbed the wall of worry, and there is nothing but air in between Hyperliquid and its all-time high at 59.3. Okay, and the thing that's beautiful about this chart and about what's happening in crypto right now is that the coins that are leading are really good coins. They're the best coins. The coins that are leaving right now are the best coins. It's the best coins. And that is what you need to see if you want to restore some candle therapy back into the charts for cryptocurrency. I mean, this chart is pretty unbelievable. So that is Hyperliquid. It looks unreal. Second, Zcash, daily chart, 671. And man, unbelievable how this has played out as well. I'm going to be honest, I am not going to complain about how this has gone because I have obviously not sold a single coin from average entry at 390, and I'm obviously up a lot on Zcash. But I did have a plan to buy 500, and I kept saying, Malcolm would ask me, pack team of the season Mbappe today. I know how awesome that is. Congratulations. I had a plan to buy 500, and it was just really scary. It was really scary to buy 500. There was no volume. There was no juice, and Bitcoin felt really shitty at the time. I bought 500 and thought of you. Congratulations. And so I was supposed to do it. It was part of my plan. I didn't do it. Now, can I legitimately be upset that I didn't do it? No. But Nvidia. No, not yet. I was just so pigged up. Also, leg up here would be awesome on Bitcoin. Let me know if it starts to go for it while I'm distracted. I was just so pigged up on Zcash that it made adding here really hard. I will spend more time on how I've made it this far into the trade and give you my full thesis. I'll reiterate it. You've probably heard it. You're probably sick of hearing about it. But again, it was, in my opinion, a once in a year spot that I would have rather round tripped than made 50% of what I could have made. Totally takes courage to be a pig, but you can only be a pig in certain spots. Okay. Also, when I was building this Zcash position, I was reading like a biography of Stanley Druckenmiller, and so that probably helped me stay long. But we will talk about that shortly. Regardless, you're not quite out of the woods yet, but I mean, we are how much off ATH here? On a Tuesday. It's Tuesday? It's not Tuesday. We're 12% off ATH after a 17% day and a real volume pop here. I mean, this is the 3-month volume. This is the 3-month volume on Zcash. This is what you need to see. This is the Kellism, is like, if you get a shoulder with low volume, it's a complacency shoulder, and we fucking fade that. So I'm staying long. I'm not doing anything. Let's get through. We got a lot of tickers to cover. Let's get through. But I'm probably out 25% on ATH break, and then you let it ride Mando style. So Zcash. Third and last but not least is VVV, which is printing a unbelievable chart as well. I mean, let's actually look at this on Velo. This is a really good platform, by the way. Velo.xyz, it's free. It's surprisingly good. This is the volume chart on VVV. Looks good. Like, I care about the volume. You want to see it go for it if it's going to go for it. And it's not insane, but AI, private LLM on Robinhood at like really cheap market cap. It's a pretty good narrative, low float. This looks insane. Is anyone long VVV directionally? Up, down, sideways? Anyone long VVV? It is Bitcoin going. No, not really. This is the third alt. I think that looks incredible. ETH is horrid. Horrid. ETH, and Solana is equally horrid. I don't really have that much to say about Solana, to be honest. I'm not a huge fan of this perps strategy that they have concocted, but it is what it is. We'll see what happens. I'm interested in the Phoenix thing, if there's some sort of farm or ability to like buy points, maybe. But for the inevitable future, it feels like total hyperliquid dominance. Metals chads. Where are my metals chads at? Decent day on silver, but it overall I think looks pretty weak. Silver looks weak. Gold decent. And copper with a decent little bounce. Again, I have little to no experience trading metals, but I would be interested if copper broke again. If copper were able to get over 6-7 again, I would be interesting, but I found in my own trading, it is really hard to focus on another trade when I'm so deep in one. It's hard for me to do it. So gold, copper, silver. Is anyone looking to take the copper trade or in it? Is anyone looking to trade the copper trade or in it? I'm curious. Copper had a nice push today. Yeah, it did. Let's look like lower time frame. It looks decent. If it can break up here, I don't know. It gets interesting. I'm long copper right now, waiting to add higher. Yeah, I think it looks decent. All things considered, I know a lot of big names are really pulled up on copper. Gold, pretty weak. That brings us to stretch at 99, which we have to check. They bought 166 Bitcoin. That's not going to do it. Sailor, please. URA, which has made the list. Bond yields down pretty substantially, which is nice. And then last but not least, Monero. Which big names are bullish copper? It's mainly Chamath. I think. We've watched this clip before, but...
Pick copper.
Okay. Copper.
We are still completely underestimating how short we are in terms of the global
AI bottleneck, we'll take
demand
it.
supply dynamics of a handful of critical elements that we need. Again, in the Trump doctrine view of the world, that is no longer as multilateral as it was, and we need to have unilateral national security. And if you look through that lens, the asset that is set up to go absolutely parabolic is copper. And the reason is that it is, at least as it stands today, the most useful, cheap, amenable, conductive material that we have. That material manifests in everything from our data centers to our chips, 2-hour.
So I'm down. I'd be down to trade on a breakout because it feels like it has a little bit of juice, and the Monero looks like shit. Monero looks like shit. Moving on, oil. You get a beautiful dump on oil. Crude down 5%, Brent down 5%. This remains, I think, the most difficult asset to trade in all markets. If you are directionally, especially long, trading this, I don't even know what to tell you. It is like the hardest asset in the world to trade. Something about Chevron down 3% today, Exxon down 3% today. This is interesting. This TLN was Claude's pick of Bloom Energy data, beta. It's up 10% today, which is interesting. Are you all short-term positions? Decades positions, but I'm 24. It's hard for me to have a decade-long position in anything. Okay. OKLL Energy daily. Let's look. OKLL. What is this? Defiance daily target 2x long OKLO ETF. This looks terrible. Also, I think we get earnings in 2 minutes. This looks terrible. What is this? Terrible. Is it out? Is it out? Is it out? Is it out? Oh, it's not out. OKLO. Yeah, no, it's not out. It's not out yet. Not out. 2 minutes. 2 minutes. 2 minutes. All right, moving on. Pound chip 1.4. All defense is red. And then we get over to semis, big AI bottleneck. Sive looks great. ARM printed a beautiful fractal. If you need somebody to follow on Twitter, I present to you a bear that has binked some bull targets. He tweets, taking a bear tard hedge with ARM, consolidating above prior highs without retest. 20-day support inval is closed under 20-day 200. He tweeted this at $218 for ARM yesterday. Easy contra, really good account, binked it, plus 15%. I think he TP'd. Sick trade. AMD up 8%, Bloom Energy up 8%. Intel up 7%, and it has broken above the psychological Trump P&L screenshot line, which you love to see. ASML is up 6%, Marvell up 5%, Rocket Lab printing a beautiful candle up 5%, Micron, which threadguy has entered with a little and averaged up quite a few times. This has now become a decent position for me, just trading the chart, trading the juice. Wanted some semis exposure. You gave me a 20% pullback. I took it, and this has become a reasonable trade for me at the moment. Earnings. Is it out? 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 You fucking guys. What do you mean out, I think? Nvidia, double beat. Now let's nuke it. Nice, though. Nice, though. You see, the one thing I've observed after following earnings for the first time in my life over the last 6 months, especially over the last 3 months, is that it's always priced in and no one has any idea how to trade it. The funniest ones were Amazon. Remember the Amazon candle? It dips to like 10%, and then it just rips back to ATH this in like within an hour, and everyone's like, "What the fuck is going on?" No one has any idea how to trade earnings news. They beat, it goes down. They missed, it goes down, and then sometimes it will just go up for no reason. Giga priced in, doesn't matter that much. But if you wanted follow through on Nvidia, here we are. Yo, newbie, is this aftermarket trades? This, welcome, Sarah. This is hyperliquid 24/7 crypto perpetual futures. So kind of, I would bet you it trades in parity with aftermarket, but this is a different platform. How is everything else doing post? Micron down. I don't know. Amazon. Is everything just Amazon not moving? What else? What else? Intel. Yeah, everything gets candled here a little bit, but I'm gonna do nothing. I have my little Micron position that I don't care that much about. Wow, that's an ugly candle. What time is the earnings call? We're gonna watch Amit watch it. It's down like 2.5%. I sold all my semis an hour ago, scared to hold, and made my profit. Congratulations. Yeah, it's crazy. It's double beat and it's down, but I don't know. I'm not. I wouldn't be that worried. A miss would have been really bad, but a beat, fuck it, rip it higher. Yeah, it's not the cleanest candle. Let's check in real quick on Amit. Just for a second. He's not live yet, is he?
Buybacks up from 60 billion, and they're moving to a new reporting framework with 2 platforms. I'm not sure what exactly that means, but a new reporting framework with 2
Damn, they're
platforms.
crushing it.
Isn't it crazy? A company potentially going to grow 100% on the next quarter, trading at a 4 PE ratio of like 25, 24.
Down 3%. Let's
like
keep going over our
Tanner said, I don't
tickers.
care
We
what
will
the-
check in. We are going to watch Jensen on the Nvidia earnings. I know they're not the most exciting, but that's what we do is we watch earnings now. So anyways, the Micron is not. Yeah, it's 720 post market. That's okay. Oracle up 4%, which is nice. QCOM up 4. Tesla, my least favorite stock that is heavily shorted by the pit at 425, is up 3% today. Amazon is up a little bit. Nvidia, as we now know, is 217 post market. Let's go shorter time frame, and you can see nasty red candle. Meta up 0.5% on news they're laying off everybody. SanDisk up 1%, down 1%, and after Microsoft up 1%, and Cerebras is the daily loser with minus 4.26% intraday and then down 0.75 after hours. Look at TE. I am told T1 Energy. Wow, what a day! Is this a Leopold stock? Wow. Oh. At $2.43 billion market cap. That is a shitco. It's worth 1/4 of Zcash. Unbelievable. But maybe we'll add this to the list. Okay, moving on. Some consumer and SaaS names. My list is a mess. I ran up 10% today. This thing is moving. Unbelievable. I missed Nokia, you're right. Sorry. I did miss Nokia. Nothing super significant here, huh? Checking Nvidia real quick. Look at that. Look at that. Retrace it. Look at that. Bring it back up. Flip this thing green, and we feel very fucking good. ARM is crazy, by the way. The ARM one is nuts. Eat that thing up. Eat it up. No one knows how to trade earnings. We dump it. We don't know what to do. No one has any fucking idea what to do. 150 mil volume on Hyperliquid 24 hours. That's crazy. Eat that thing up. Eat it up. My business teachers in Nvidia, I was geeked today. Eat it up. Eat it up. Eat it up. Eat it up. The slurper. The slurper. The slurper. All right. Moving on to some of our consumer names. Rivian up 6. This thing's terrible. The CT native stock. Mara up a little bit. Lulu up 5. This is the Michael Burry stock that I've seen a lot of people talking about. Is anyone here in Lulu? Sweet Green. Chris fucking Camillo, who has gone public and talked about Sweet Green on stream. This thing is now up 32% from the moment he came on stream, and he showed it first, by the way. Showed it first to our audience. The pit saw it first. Before his own stream, he talked about it. It is up 33%. Wow. Market cap? Guess the market cap of Sweet Green. Guess. Guess the market cap of Sweet Green. That's unbelievable. Guess. 100 mil. Oh, everyone saw it. It's 1B, bro. 1B. It's a shit coin, bro. Nike, the worst stock ever, is up 4. Maybe you get a gap fill here. That would be a nice little trade. DoorDash up 4. Roblox, on news of big buybacks, is up again another 3%. Hims is up 3%. Hood up 2. GME is up 2. Snap up 1.26. MSTR up 1. Circle up 0.5. IBKR, my favorite stock, up 0.4. Coinbase at 1.2. Where is the Swatch stock? Flat. Is now up 12% from the moment the AP Swatch collab was announced, and Nvidia has slurped it. Yes, sir. Slurped it entirely. Ate that thing up. No one knows how to trade this shit. Bottom tick to current price. Nvidia is up 4%. What a move. What a fucking move on this. Wow. You love to see that. Jensen hasn't even spoken yet. That is unbelievable. Nvidia double beat. Wow. No one knows how to trade earnings. No one knows how to trade earnings. Look at this. It's pretty hilarious how this every candle looks like this. Every candle looks like this. Double beat, and then it fucking... I don't think it's earnings. I think it's the dividends news. Nvidia is boosting its quarterly cash dividend from 1 cent per share to 25 cents per share. Whoa. That feels like a lot. Wow. 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 What's the buyback news? Jensen's like, fuck this. I want to go up again. Nvidia announces an additional massive share buyback authorization worth $80 billion. That's like 2% company? Is that right? 80 billion is like 2%? Do that math right? It's like 4 trillion. No? Not even close? Not even close? Wait, let's see what they're saying in here. Quick listen, quick tap in.
Data processing devices for agentic and physical AI, including PCs, game consoles, workstations, AI RAN base stations, robotics, and automotive.
Let's check it out.
That's gonna be an important breakdown, yeah.
Micron.
I think that makes sense too.
Let's
right?
fucking go, bro.
As the
Let's
company is
go,
maturing
man.
in terms of how they
It's
ultimately
addressing
report.
the concentration concerns from the market.
Let's fucking
Correct.
go.
Stocks flipping green. It went all the way to 218, now 225.
So data center, like I
Intel.
said, 91 billion. Data center this quarter
Let's
was
fucking go, bro. AMD.
92% year over year. Next quarter, just revenue
Wow.
is $91 million.
Wow.
That's 94.7%.
What a
growth year over
fucking
year. This
candle,
quarter's
bro.
85%. So I do wonder.
What a fuck. Look
million,
at that.
but
Look at the 15-minute candle on this. 30-minute
Very
candle.
different than billion.
Look at this candle.
Oh, I said my bad.
Oh, bro.
I mean, come on, million, billion. It's a big deal, man. It's not a big
Wow. This earnings call is actually going to be
yeah.
electric.
So I do wonder what data center is going to be for next quarter.
Let's fucking go,
Because
man.
Data center.
All right, let's finish our names. If you're watching on YouTube and Twitter and you would like to chat, there's a lot of people over there. Twitch.tv/threadguy. I don't read any other platform. TXN, MSTR, da-da-da. All right, altcoins. Altcoins. Jito up 31% today. What does Bubble Boy's tweet mean? Let's take a look. That Rubin ramp delay is an opening. Nvidia Corp disappointed investors with its latest sales forecast. I need concerns about growing competition in the AI chip industry. The company said revenue is 3 months ending in July will be 91 billion, which is higher than average analyst estimate of 87 billion, but lower than some projections. Cool. So higher than some projections, lower than some. Nvidia shares fell out 3% late trading after the results were released, despite the company's strong position in the market and predictions of continued growth. They're saying they disappointed. It's crazy. Like they had, they beat the greatest earnings report ever, and it's like, oh, they could have beat it by more. It's ridiculous. You beat it, and they're like, oh, you could have beat it by more. But okay, Bubble Boy thinks bullish Intel, I suppose. Wow, look at this fucking. There's some war going on in the order box. Up to $163 million in volume. Let's look at Intel. Wow. This is going to be a wild earnings call, actually. I'm actually excited to listen to this. Let's go through altcoins real quick, though. And then we will go through Onchain really fast. Jito up 31%. Zcash kind of getting candled right now, up 17 as we know. Lighter looks... Is anyone in Lighter? Interesting, to say the least, is up 10%. Chip is up 10. Jupiter is up 8. Grass up 7. Tau up 6. XPL up 5. Mantle up 5. Near looks decent, up 5. I basically think everything looks like trash except for the big three. Everything looks terrible to me. Fart coin, all this shit looks terrible. Uninterested, not bidding, no juice. Ton, maybe a little bit of juice, but looks weak. Nothing. Last but not least, let us check in on our on-chain coins, and then we'll look at Loracle. All right, on-chain. I can't believe I got to read these tickers out. Buckcoin, nothing. LFI, SPX, Utia, Troll, Scam Altman, Banker, Asteroid, somehow, some way. It is still over $100 million. Any other on-chain really quick? What's that one everyone's pumping right now? The little meme coin everyone's pumping. Pod looks pretty good. There's that one little like thing, the little like character guy. We'll look at Neat real quick. 32. Useless coin. 64. No, I'll show you what it is. Goblin coin 8.5. What is this? D-Train. This thing. What is this? What is this thing? Nobody knows? No one has any idea? How do you not know? Yippee. There's no on-chain guys anymore. I kind of like it. Yippee. Oh, it's at 2K. Okay. It's at 2K. What am I supposed to do with that? 2K market cap is ridiculous. What? I didn't know a coin could go that low to 2K. I didn't even know a coin could go that low. Last but not least, we have to check in on the hyperliquid DAT, which is nuts. This is nuts. It's up 4.5% today. Let's look at the compared to hype. Let's see. Per hype. Hype's up more today, I think. I think hype is up more. I still feel pretty strongly that I wouldn't touch a DAT. Under no circumstances would I buy a DAT. This is hyperliquid ETF inflows. Oh, there's a bunch of outflows. It's not crazy, but it's going up. But it's small relative to hype buybacks. And then what is this? Hyperliquid ETFs total AUM. It's definitely going up. But small. 54 million. Like, it's not anything crazy. I mean, they buy this back every day. No, they don't buy this back every day, but it is definitely small relative to what Hyperliquid is doing, but worth monitoring. Quick Nvidia check-in. And then, okay, last but not least, we'll go straight to some more updates real quick. This is Brent oil on the daily. It is down enough. I mean, it's down like 5-6% today on the same headline that we've gotten recycled 100 times. And then here is crude oil on the day. Is anyone long or short oil? It is, what a horrifying trade it is either direction on oil. It is pretty fucking terrifying. But it's down like 6%. And we have double headlines on oil. Loracle real quick. Checking on Loracle. You know you can read the daily at the top. I know, I like to draw it though. From a ATH port of $41 million 3 days ago, it is now $26 million. If any of you clip me talking about Loracle's position, you're banned from the stream. He will block me. I don't want to get blocked. I'm also not shitting on him. He has $26 million. I don't have $26 million. I don't think you have $26 million. So go easy. But He is now, he's down. He's flipped long on Ton. He's down. He added a short to Saga, but no size. His hyperliquid short is down $14 million. Oh my God. $14 million. He's down on the short. And yes, I know he has spot hype and a lot of it, but he's down 14 mil on hype. And allegedly he has added to it. Yeah, he did add to it 30 minutes ago. No, that's a liquidation. Oh, yeah, he is adding 10K, 10, not that much though. Yeah, that much. 500K, 200K. Wow. He added like $1 million to his hyperliquid short. And we are going to call that a strategy that I use in poker very often. It is called martingaling. You ever heard of martingaling? Chat, what do you know about martingaling? This is what I did on GOAT. If it works, it really works. When it doesn't work, it doesn't work. A martingale is a class of betting strategies that were originated and popular in the 18th century France. The simplest of these strategies was designed for a game in which the gambler wins the stake if a coin comes up heads and loses if it comes up tails. The strategy had the gambler double the bet after every loss. So the first win would recover all previous losses, plus win a profit equal to the original stake. So basically every time you lose coin flips, you double it and then double it and then double it and then double it. It's actually a reasonable strategy until it doesn't work and you are crushed. He is short gold on no size. He's long lighter and up 166K on lighter long. He is short NASDAQ 100 up $300. He is short Tesla up 10K. He fully round trips Cerebus short, which was up a lot at one point. How many doubles can he put up at the size? Dude, he's got a lot behind. He has a lot behind him. I don't know how much, but I think he has 9 figs behind. So he's doing just fine, but he continues to add to it. And we're going to talk a lot about crypto today, so we'll see how it plays out. But yeah, he closed a lot of Cerebus. I don't know his exact P and L. Can you see like trades? Let's see. So he made a lot on Zcash, probably. He made like 2 M's. I don't know the best. Can we look at Seafood 23? I don't even really know who exactly that is. But anyways, checking in on war and oil. These headlines at this point, what do they even mean? The only thing that matters is if they make the market go up or down because they are seemingly a mess. There's no possible way to tell any oil headline from another. It just matters what the market decides to do. And this is the one that seemed to move the market today. 5% dump at a straight line. Possible Washington-Tehran deal nears finalization. Work is underway to finalize the text of a Washington-Tehran agreement, according to Al Hadith sources, with negotiations reportedly advancing in earnest. Sources say a final deal could be announced within hours if Pakistan's army chief does not travel to Iran, suggesting key diplomatic steps are nearing completion. Are you trusting this or are you fading this? One thing I will say is for the first time in a while, I think we had the most amount of ships go through the Strait of Hormuz in a while. Activity through the Strait of Hormuz appears to have increased over the last 24 hours, according to visual analysis of automatic identification system, AIS. Several vessels have transited utilizing the Iranian implemented traffic separation scheme, with several more in progress. I mean, I don't know. It's like, what am I even looking at? Honestly, the Strait of Hormuz and the Big 2-6, it's like, Strait of Hormuz and the Big 2-6, it's like, come on, bro. In May 2026, Like, come on, man. Singularity is on the horizon, and we're talking about the Strait of Hormuz. Like, come on, bruh. But regardless, this was the announcement that moved the market. And there's a follow-up, which is Trump. Only question on Iran is, do we finish it or do they sign the document? So I remain from the same perspective of broke out a soundboard. I remain the same. We fade war until we are absolutely held down and forced not to. Because at this stage, if you become a panican, and I hate that. I can't believe I'm saying this. You become a panican and you lose. So, anyways, this is the Bitcoin chart, by the way. Dare I say it looks like ready to break to the upside. And that is our market close, ladies and gentlemen. Quick check-in on Nvidia. Looks decent. It looks like it wants to go up. Is what it wants to do from here. But we have earnings. Let's check it out on Emit really quick. We have earnings call, I think, in 15 minutes. And I kind of want to watch this CoffeeZilla video until then. Investigating Trump stock trades. Like, there's other things we could do until then, but I kind of want to watch this video before we wait for earnings.
Do they give guidance?
Check in real quick.
We got CoreWeave, Nevius, Micron, AMD. Of what happened? The after hours, we woke. Revenue surged to 10.9 billion in just June, and its first operating profit for Q1 of this year.
Yeah.
Where's Google?
Their gross
at?
margin has just skyrocketed. In January, they showed off gross margin at 38%.
We're gonna do natural disaster stream
and then
tomorrow.
In April, it was 70%. So the demand.
Also, we have Nick Carter booked for next week, which is fun to talk about Bitcoin. All right, here's what we're gonna do. There's a lot of market stuff I want to talk about, but I feel like Nvidia earnings take a front seat. We're gonna have it in 15 minutes, and until then, I want to watch this coffee. I want to talk about Trump trades regardless. So let's talk about SpaceX real quick. SpaceX real quick. My bad. SPCX. Not much. Is anyone in this trade? I don't know. It's crazy. 7 mil volume, 30 mil OI. Everyone's just like tits long perps on this. My God, no one has any. Everyone's like 10x levered long. SpaceX, both directions. You know what? Let's just talk. Fuck the video. Let's just talk. Okay, number one. I went on this rant yesterday. If you want some more justification for why you need to hold risk assets, I talked about real estate yesterday and how all of my friends that are 25 years old are somehow real estate agents, and it makes no sense because nobody's selling houses. Part of the reason that nobody's selling houses is because houses are so fucking expensive. And these are the type of headlines you get where I think to myself, damn, maybe that guy Air Mass was onto something. $10 million is the new middle class. You can't even buy a nice, he's like, you can't even buy a nice apartment for $10 million. And everyone's like, fuck this guy. It's kind of a rage baity type of statement. But look at this. Breaking. Jason Wright, a partner at private equity firm Apex Partners, is selling his Miami Beach home for $110 million. Wright bought the home for $18.5 million in 2021. Bro, a 6x on 20M in 5 years is disgusting. I mean, this is how, like, let's go like Miami housing market chart. This is how the 5-year, like, look at this, bro. Look at this chart. I mean, these things are just like up only. This is Miami housing index. It's just up only, up only, up only, up only, up only. Like, it's disgusting, bro. Austin House Index. Austin 10-year. Like, look at this. It's so up only. All assets are up only. And then you like get freaky for a moment and you pull up, the fucking SPX yearly or like 6 months. And you look at the way this thing moves. And I mean, it's unbelievable. And you just feel Chris Camillo is right. And the only way we're really going to make it is investing. It's just, I don't know. It's outpacing everything. Print more money. All assets just go higher and higher and higher and higher and higher. And the thing about this, which is crazy, is that I don't really know anyone that owns their home. Seriously, I don't know that many people that own their home. Chat, do you own a home? Like, do you own your home outright? Or like, do you have a mortgage? Like, have you bought a house? Genuinely curious. Yes, my mom owns hers. Good for her. I have a house. Wow. Wow. I've got 2. All right. I own a 3 mil home. All right. My parents own 2. Got it. I don't know if it's just like a young person thing, but all of my friends, even my rich friends, here in Western Europe, it's pretty common to own a home. Even my rich friends don't own a house. Like, everyone rents. And I do agree, my viewers probably are above average. But even my rich friends don't own their house. Like, they rent it. Everybody I know rents. I rent. I mean, I can't really afford to buy a house. But, I mean, I could maybe buy, like, some house. Okay, let's look at this, actually. This is a cool headline. You should own a house. I'm down to own a house. Like, I feel like I need to make a certain amount of money, and then I can think about buying my house. But at this stage, it doesn't really feel like a good idea. I also don't want to stay. I don't want to like be stuck in this fucking chud pot forever, you know? It's like I buy the chud pot and I'm stuck in it. I want to move. I can't move. Like, it doesn't make a lot of sense. Okay, SpaceX Q1 revenue just came out. 4.7 billion. SpaceX Q1 net loss 4.28 billion. What exactly does that mean? What is Rocket Lab? Q 2026 earnings. SpaceX Q1 revenue 4.69 billion. Rocket Lab Q1 earnings 200 million. Interesting. Q1 26, was it losses? I don't even know what this means. Net loss. Net loss of 45 million, which is an improvement from the 60 million net loss the company posted in the first quarter of 2025. I don't know what we're going to do when SpaceX IPOs. I really don't, guys. This is going to be, well, they're candling it on, they're candling it on that news. Oh, whoa. Let's wait. They're candling it on that news. Interesting. But it's kind of being retraced. SpaceX, after IPO, Musk will be CEO, CTO, and chairman of the board. Tesla, gotta be down. Gotta be down. I don't get it if it's not down. It's gotta be down on that, bro. No, how? I don't understand who the Tesla bidder is. The only rationale here that makes sense is they're gonna just roll it up, I guess. Right? They have to. SpaceX intends to apply to have its shares listed on the NASDAQ under symbol SpaceX. We've known this. I think we've known this. Elon Musk, SpaceX files for NASDAQ IPO under symbol SpaceX. SpaceX Q1 revenue 4.7 billion. They officially filed their S1. 2024 revenue is 14 billion. 2025 is 18 billion. 2024 income 791 million. 2025 income 4.9 billion. SpaceX will have controlled company status after IPO. Does not need a majority of board to be independent. SpaceX. Elon Musk has combined voting power of 85%. He owns the whole fucking company. He owns the whole company, bro. Let's see where we're at. It's so cool. It just did $1 million of volume like in a second. Open interest went up 5 mil in like a snap close second. SpaceX discloses holding 18,000 Bitcoin. That's a lot, Jesus. Wow, they have 18,700 Bitcoin. What is 18,700 times 78? 1, 2, 3? 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3. I have $1.5 billion in Bitcoin. SpaceX will have controlled company status after the IPO, meaning it does not need a majority of its board to be independent. The filing also noted that Tesla owns 18 million shares of Class A common stock as of May 1. How many shares are there? I don't know what that how much that number is. Interesting. Where's Nvidia at? I mean, the only thing that makes sense is they roll up Tesla. What's Tesla market cap? They have to do it, right? I'm sorry I'm late. You're good, brother. 1.6 trillion. And SpaceX is going to IPO at like 2 trillion. Dude, they'd be like the biggest company in the world. I don't know. There's a poly market for it. Merger. They think it's like 16. Yeah, 2 trillion, no board control, no revenue. It was high at one point. Well, May 15th is recently. It was recently. Yeah, biggest company in the world that also makes no money. There's no volume. SpaceX, Tesla merger. Is there any like news on this? Not really. What does it mean? Elon Musk drops quiet period? What does that mean? He's not allowed to comment on a merger. What would happen? Like, what happens to Tesla if they merge? Oh, quiet periods you can't sell. If you're a quiet period, it'd be difficult for me to sort of comment on that, you know, because there's publicly traded companies and they're publicly traded on ones, you know, about to be. I think I'm not allowed to comment on these things. It's like a quiet period or something. Damn, he's probably going to do it, huh? He has to do it. Talks about this have intensified. SpaceX acquired XAI in February. Musk since rebranded the company to SpaceX AI. I guess we'll see. The whole pit is short Tesla. That wouldn't be good if that fucking they blew that thing out. Also, in the meantime, he can merge after the IPO too, so he's not like in a rush. Look at this thing go, bro. Look at this thing. Oh, our problem is that gay chud coin is our problem, really. That's our fear, is the chud coin. He would lose 30% of his net worth by merging, to be fair. Is that true? I just don't know how you juggle bull posting 2 stocks that are worth over $1 trillion. Like, how do you juggle that? Why Zcash over XMR? Because of this. It's not the answer you like, but this is why. That's why, right? This is honestly why. This is why. I'm just a trader, bro. I'm not your hero. I'm just a trader. You should probably own some Monero, to be honest, but it is what it is. All right, we have how long until earnings? 3 minutes. Let's check it.
It is so much outstripping their supply, and they're going to be such a massive winner. And
This market.
That's true. I think we would buy it up. I think, well, Kathy Wood would buy it. That's for damn sure. She will.
You know what's crazy is like SpaceX has $1.5 billion of Bitcoin and it's like a big deal. And Sailors buys that like routinely. Sailor routinely buys that. And it's like, whatever. Market doesn't give a fuck. If Elon sold, I bet you'd be panic. That's like a routine Sailor, like couple weeks, month, 3 weeks. It is like not a big deal for Sailor to like pop that open, you know? It's like pretty, it's just like interesting psychology to see. All right, also we have this kind of crazy video. Let's see how much of this we can watch for earnings call. Leaked audio from a Meta all hands on April 30th. Zuckerberg told employees the company is using them to train AI models before the mass layoffs hit. His argument, Meta's engineers are smarter than any external workforce, so having them solve coding tasks internally will make Meta's models better and faster than competitors. The layoffs are expected at Wednesday at 4 a.m. Train your replacement, then get walked out. That is the deal. Let's listen to a minute of this, and then we'll get into earnings. Rare disaster stream tomorrow.
So in other news, I know layoffs are top of mind, but there were also some updates this week around and a question.
Let me know if I miss it and it starts, by the way.
Around employee device tracking. So
also, if you remember, Meta set up that like mouse tracker, and they had some internal company strike where everyone's like, "I'm not fucking doing it." Do you remember this? This is why they're trying to like train God AI.
Can you share more on employee device tracking? I think the way that it was announced left folks with some. Yeah.
So okay, let's talk about what we're doing. You know, like Alex just said, going into what makes these AI models great, right? There's basically a few key ingredients. There's getting the research and the architecture good. There's having good infrastructure, which is both the quantity of compute, but like as important, if not more, is also just like how efficiently can you use it? How reliable is it? What is the quality of that? And then the third piece, which is in some ways, it's hard to say that any of these are more important than the other because they're all necessary, is effectively the data and what knowledge it learns. So we're in a phase where basically the AI models learn from watching really smart people do things. And if you're trying to get it to be able to do certain capabilities, having it be able to observe really smart people doing those things is very important. So there are a few examples of where we're trying to
I wonder why everybody's booing at the AI commencement speech. Why would that be?
Do this across the company because one basic insight and hypothesis that we have is that a lot of data generation across the field is done by these like contract companies. And Alex knows a bunch about this because you ran one before coming here. But in general, the average intelligence of the people who are at this company is significantly higher than the average set of people that you can get to do tasks if you're working through the contract, through these contractors. So if we're trying to teach the models coding, for example, then having people internally build tools that or solve tasks that help teach the model how to code, we think is going to dramatically increase our model's coding ability faster than what others in the industry have the capability to do, who don't have thousands and thousands of extremely strong engineers.
The video live?
With me today from Nvidia.
All right, let's do it. Nvidia earnings. Let's do it for like 20, 30 minutes. Side by side. Let's get a chart out.
Wong, President and Chief Executive Officer.
Let's lock in for
Colette
20
Kress,
minutes.
Executive Vice President and Chief Financial Officer. Our call is being webcast live on Nvidia's Investor Relations website. The webcast will be available for replay until the conference call to discuss our financial results for the second quarter of fiscal 2027. The content of today's call is Nvidia's property. It can't be reproduced or transcribed without our prior written consent to a number of significant risks and uncertainties, and our actual results may differ materially.
This is live.
For a discussion of factors that could affect
change
our future financial results and business,
Video
please refer
earnings.
to the disclosure in today's earnings release, our most recent Forms 10-K and 10-Q, and the reports that we may file on Form 8-K with the Securities and Exchange Commission.
All right, let's fucking do it. Let's watch
All
it,
our
Mitch.
statements are
Amit,
made
watch
as of
it.
today,
I'm gonna get
May
up real quick.
20th, 2026.
I'll be right back.
Based on
I'm gonna keep it
information
running. Let's get
currently
it.
available to us. Except as required by law, we assume no obligation to update any such statements. During this call, we will discuss non-GAAP financial measures. You can find a reconciliation of these non-GAAP financial measures to GAAP financial measures in our CFO commentary, which is posted on our website. With that, let me turn the call over to Colette.
Thank you, Toshia. We delivered an exceptional quarter with revenue, operating income, and free cash flow exceeding our prior records. Total revenue of $82 billion was up 85% year over year and 20% sequentially. This marked our third consecutive quarter of year-over-year acceleration and the 14th straight quarter of sequential growth. A significant feat given the sheer size and complexity of our manufacturing operations. The $13.5 billion sequential revenue increase was also a record. We capitalized on the inflection in inference demand by ramping Blackwell systems across our diverse end customer base, from hyperscalers to model makers to AI cloud providers and sovereign customers. In Q1, we also allocated capital effectively across R&D, investments in our ecosystem, and share repurchases. We returned a record $20 billion to our shareholders while executing strategic investments, both upstream supply chain and downstream go-to-market ecosystem. This is critical to the market's development and our long-term position. Data center revenue of $75 billion was up 92% year over year and 21% sequentially, driven by sustained strength in our Blackwell architecture. And demand for GB300 and NVL72 was particularly strong, with frontier model builders and hyperscalers each having cumulatively
If you're watching YouTube and Twitter, you want chat, twitch.tv/threadguy.
and thousands of Blackwell GPUs, marking the fastest product ramp in our company's history. Grace Blackwell is the fastest training system as well as the lowest token generation cost at Inference. Spectrum X, our end-to-end Ethernet platform purpose-built for AI, is now larger than all Ethernet network peers combined. InfiniBand has also had a very strong quarter, growing more than 4x year over year, driven by deployments of our next generation XDR technology.
Untaught! Thanks for the gifted.
For your models, data center computing revenue of $60 billion was up 77% year over year, while data center networking revenue of $15 billion nearly tripled year over year. Before we deep dive into data center, we'd like to brief you on our transition to a new reporting framework that better reflects our current and future growth drivers. We have two market platforms, data center and edge computing. Within data center, we will report two submarkets, hyperscale and ACIE, which incorporates AI clouds, industrial, and enterprise. Hyperscale will include revenue from the public cloud and the world's largest consumer internet companies, while ACIE addresses our growth opportunities in diverse AI purpose-built data centers and AI factories across industries.
First chatter, welcome.
Edge computing highlights devices for agentic
I want to hear about the buybacks.
Physical
Buybacks
AI,
and dividends.
PCs, gaming consoles, workstations, AI RAN base stations, robotics, and automotive. For your reference, we have posted on our website a revenue breakdown based on our new platforms for the past 9 quarters. Moving back to our data center results. Hyperscale revenue of $38 billion was approximately 50% of data center revenue and increased 12% quarter over quarter.
$80 billion buybacks. I don't know how much
was
dividends.
$37 billion and grew 31% quarter over quarter, including AI cloud revenue that more than tripled year over year. Our customers have enabled rapid stand-up of AI compute capacity. The number of partner data centers exceeding 10 megawatts has nearly
20 billion
doubled
dividends. Okay.
in just 1 year, now surpassing 80 sites. Sovereign revenue increased more than 80% year over year.
Jesus.
Nvidia AI infrastructure is now deployed across nearly 40 countries, representing 50 trillion in GDP. As evident to our
What?
Q1 results,
50
our
trillion?
customer base is diverse and growing, supported by our vast ecosystem and installed base, breadth of CUDA accelerated application, and the lowest token cost provider. We are well positioned to address a market opportunity that far exceeds that of any other AI computing platform. Demand for AI infrastructure continues to expand at an unprecedented pace. The build-out of AI factories is accelerating. The value of Nvidia AI infrastructure is rising. The price of
Give me
renting
Jensen,
an
baby!
H100 has risen 20% year to date, while A100 cloud pricing is up nearly 15%. Benefiting from the versatility of our platform and continuous performance enhancements enhanced by our software stack, customers are generating profitable revenue beyond the depreciable life
Give me
of their
Jensen.
GPUs. The vast
Shit, she's
and
frying
trusted
the chart,
marketplace for
bro.
NVIDIA compute is a
her
critical
off.
foundation on which billions
Get
in
her
AI
off, man.
infrastructure spending is being financed by the ecosystem. There are two primary drivers behind the accelerating build-out of AI infrastructure. First, from search and advertising to recommender systems and content understanding. The largest hyperscale workloads continue to transition from CPU to GPU-based accelerating computing.
This is her fault, yeah.
Second, the adoption of products and services native to AI is inflecting.
Take this out of her
Since
salary.
the advent of ChatGPT, we have witnessed mainstream AI transition from one-shot inference to reasoning and to now agentic. AI is no longer a nice to have. AI is now a necessity for enhancing productivity across all industries and roles. This is propelling revenue acceleration across all layers of the AI cake, including energy, chips, infrastructure, models, and applications. Growth in the model layer, particularly at Anthropic and OpenAI, has been incredible,
Jensen
with
soon.
momentum continuing to accelerate, including breakout growth in OpenAI's.
Imagine they let
CUDA
me deliver
since
the earnings
launch
one call.
of GPT.
The right guy delivers NVIDIA
5.5.
earnings. The right guy and Drewski.
With analysts now forecasting hyperscale capex to exceed $1 trillion in 2027 and agentic AI beginning to proliferate all industries, AI infrastructure spending is on track to reach $3 to $4 trillion annually by the end of this decade. Our Blackwell architecture is everywhere, adopted and deployed by every major hyperscaler.
Bro, they're actually the
every
biggest company in the
cloud
world. It's,
provider,
they
and
own everything.
every major model maker. Last month, we celebrated OpenAI's launch of GPT 5.5, co-designed for, trained with, and served on Blackwell, currently positioned at the top of artificial analysis leaderboards. Microsoft's Fairwater, the world's most powerful AI data center, is now live, ahead of scheduled, powered by hundreds of thousands of Blackwell GPUs. Starting this year,
Me and Jensen are about to
AWS
speak.
will add more than 1
He's got to be close.
million
We're going to listen to Jensen for
Blackwell
10 minutes and
and
we'll get off.
Rubin GPUs and are collaborating on Spectrum networking. At Google, Blackwell will be offered to customers in the cloud, including confidential computing.
They always sound like
capability,
AI, though. I
a
don't
new
get it.
foundation for secure, high-performance AI. Our share of frontier AI compute is increasing. We have deepened our collaboration with Anthropic and are delighted to be a strategic partner to expand
5.5 isn't real. It's all the
their
math
compute
proof that was 80
capacity.
years old. What proof?
We will support the company's growth trajectory through AWS, Azure, CoreWeave, SpaceX AI, and more. Now, with the addition of Anthropic to OpenAI, Gemini, SpaceX XAI, Meta, MSL, Microsoft AI, TML,
How do I put the chat
Reflection,
on?
Perplexity, Cursor, and other major frontier labs already building on NVIDIA. Our share of frontier A models will grow significantly. Today's data centers are revenue-generating AI factories.
Yeah, keep saying
constrained by
Anthropic,
power
please.
and capital, AI factory operators must choose the right architecture. With our extreme co-design approach, we deliver the industry's lowest token cost, the highest token throughput, and the highest ROI. MLPerf inference results are in, and once again, we swept every benchmark. As
so
Blackwell
goated.
Ultra delivered the highest throughput across the broad set
Send
of
that,
models
Rowan,
and deployment scenarios.
to the link.
Full stack innovations drove the 2.7x increase in throughput and a 60% reduction
Bro, can
in
Bitcoin
the
just
cost
do
per
it?
token on GB300
What if it just does it?
compared to just 6 months ago. NVIDIA Compute is not just the highest performance AI infrastructure, it is the most economic and financeable. Customers do not buy GPUs, they build AI factories. And the right economic metric is not the
What if
purchase
Nvidia
price of
announces
the
Bitcoin
GPU,
buy? Yeah,
it is the
alright.
lifetime cost of an AI factory producing intelligence, token per watt, tokens per dollar, uptime, utilization, time to production, software durability, and asset life. NVIDIA excels at all of them. Agentic AI and reinforcement learning represents new growth opportunities for CPUs. Building on the success of our Grace CPU, Vera is arriving just in time to meet this inflection. Built on custom ARM cores and co-designed end-to-end with Rubin GPUs and NVLink,
Please, Jensen, bro.
Vera will deliver up to 1.5x faster performance per core, 2x performance per watt, and 4x density per rack compared to x86-based alternatives. Vera CPU opens a brand new 200 billion TAM for NVIDIA, a market we have never addressed before. And every major hyperscale and system maker is partnering with us to get it deployed. We have visibility to nearly 20 billion in total CPU revenue this year, setting us up to become the world leading CPU supplier.
Does that make it go up?
Our annual product cadence, a pace that is unmatched, remains a key pillar supporting our market position. We are on track to commence production shipments of Vera
Also,
Rubin in
if
the
you're on
second
YouTube and
half
Twitter,
of
you want
this
to
year,
chat, Twitter TV says
starting
threadguy.
in Q3. By integrating 7 purpose-built chips across 5 accelerated racks, Vera Rubin will
just do it.
deliver up to 35x higher inference throughput and up to 10x greater AI factory revenue compared with Blackwell. As an early adopter, Google's A5X bare metal instances, which can support up to 960,000 Rubin GPUs across multiple sites, can enable customers to run their largest AI workloads on NVIDIA's optimized infrastructure. While the US government has approved licenses for H200 to be shipped to China-based customers, we have yet to generate any revenue, and we are uncertain whether any imports will be allowed into the country.
That can't be
As a
good.
result, consistent with last quarter, we are not including any China data center compute revenue.
That can't be good.
in
That
our
can't be
outlook.
good.
Let me move to edge computing.
That can't be good.
Our edge computing market platform generated $6.4 billion, up 10% quarter over quarter and 29% year over year. Robust Blackwell workstation demand was a strong contributor to the growth, while consumer demand fell modestly due to higher memory and system
These are so
prices.
brutal. I'm not going to lie to you guys.
Our physical AI continues to gain momentum, exceeding $9 billion in revenue over the last 12 months. Our partnership with Uber will power the robotaxi fleet across nearly 30 cities and 4 continents by 2028. And in robotics, leading companies across a range of industrial, surgical, and humanoid applications are building on NVIDIA's technology to develop and deploy at scale. We remain front-footed in securing sufficient supply to support our customers'
Uber
growth.
robotaxis?
In Q1, we increased total supply, inclusive of inventory, purchase commitments.
You think Jensen gets nervous before this call?
$145 billion. While we are not immune to supply challenges, remain confident in our ability to support the growth opportunity ahead. With our intense focus, scale, and longstanding partnerships with critical suppliers, continuing
You get
to
notice for
serve
streams
us
every
well.
stream. Every stream.
Let me move to the rest of the P&L. GAAP gross margin was 74.9% and non-GAAP gross margins was 75%. Largely flat sequentially by Blackwell Systems continued to account for most of our shipments. GAAP and non-GAAP operating expenses were up 12% sequentially, primarily due to higher compensation and an increase in compute
Is the Pope
and
shit in the woods? What does that even
infrastructure
mean?
costs.
What does that mean?
Our non-GAAP effective tax rate of 16% came just below our prior outlook due to favorable
that mean?
geographic mix. And on our balance sheet, days sales outstanding was 45 days due to favorable timing of collections. We expect to return to the mid-50s in Q2. We generated
My dad
record
says it all
free
the time.
cash
Ask him
flow,
what it means.
$49 billion,
Let's go
up from
pump this shit.
$35 billion in Q4. I'd now like to update you on our capital allocation plan. First, to reiterate,
First
our
investment.
intention is to prioritize R&D and strategic investment. Both will enable us to cultivate our ecosystem, drive market growth, and strengthen our market position. As a key enabler of AI, we will make investments necessary to deliver the industry's lowest cost per token and the highest token throughput, which will help our customers and partners scale and expand the AI frontier. Return program is another
Come on,
key
he's got to be
component
soon, right?
of our capital allocation strategy. Given confidence in our long-term free cash flow outlook and our commitment to sharing our success with shareholders, we are increasing our quarterly dividend from 1 cent to 20 cents per share. We plan to review our dividend on a regular basis as we continue to scale our business.
Janice Tafu.
We are also announcing
I'm
an
geeked.
80 billion share repurchase authorization, which is in addition to
Yes.
the 39 billion remaining on our current plan. As we indicated at GTC, we plan to return roughly 50% of free cash flow to shareholders this year. Let me turn to the outlook for the second quarter. Total revenue is expected to be 91 billion, plus or minus 2%. We expect sequential growth to be driven primarily by data center. We are continuing to work vigorously on our supply
Did she say
chain
50 cents?
ecosystem to address the incredible demand we see ahead of us, giving us full confidence in the 1 trillion in Blackwell
She said
and
20.
Rubin revenue we foresee from 2025 through calendar 2027. GAAP and non-GAAP gross margins are expected to be 74.9 and 75% respectively, plus or minus 50 basis points. For the full year, we are still expecting to be in the mid-70s. GAAP and non-GAAP operating expenses are expected to be approximately
SpaceX.
8.5 billion and 8.3 billion respectively. For the full year, we now expect OpEx growth to grow somewhere in the upper 40s on a year-over-year basis, driven by higher R&D and acceleration in the usage of AI tools to enhance productivity. For the full year 2027, we expect GAAP and non-GAAP tax rates to be between 16 and 18%, excluding any discrete items from material changes to our tax environment. This is lower than our prior expectation of 17 to 19 due to changes in geographic mix. That puts me at the end of this part, and I'm going to now turn this over to the Q&A with Toshio.
Thanks, Colette. We will now transition to Q&A. Operator, please poll for questions.
Thank you. At this time, I would like to remind everyone, in order to ask a question, press star, then the number 1 on your telephone keypad. We'll pause for just a moment to compile the Q&A roster. As a reminder, please limit yourself to 1 question. Thank you.
All right, Q&A, here we go.
Your first question comes from Joseph Moore with Morgan Stanley. Your line is open.
Great, thank you for letting me ask a question. I guess I'd like to ask, what drove the change in segmentation? What's the philosophy behind giving us the numbers that way? And then can you talk about any competitive differences between the two segments and this kind of surprising CPU number that you talked about? How do you see that across the two segments as well? Thank you.
Yeah, thanks, Joe. First of all,
Colette meant to say we're increasing our
25.
quarterly dividends from 1 cent to 25 cents. I think that extra 5 cents would mean a lot to the large shareholders. So anyhow, let's see, Joe, on the segmentation and the
Nice.
description of
Good
the
shit.
business, we wanted you to understand our business better. AI is very diverse, and computing is diverse. They're diverse in several ways. The first thing, of course, is AI includes languages, and depending on the different industries, it could be 3D graphics for manufacturing and industrial robotics. It could be proteins for life sciences. It could be small chemicals for life sciences or material sciences. It could be physics for the physical sciences.
Listen for
whether
5,
it's
10
in the
minutes.
energy sector, or of course the science labs, higher education, so on and so forth. So AI is diverse. The second thing is the applications are diverse. It could be in enterprise. It could be in the energy sector, manufacturing sector, and such. Where it runs is diverse. It could be in the hyperscale cloud. It could be AI natives. These a whole network of AI natives that are cropping up around the world. Enterprises on-prem, industrial in the factories, in the plants, all the way to supercomputing centers and the edge. Edge including, of course, what most people see, self-driving cars, robotics, but a large growing network of computers inside manufacturing plants, whether it's a chip plant or packaging or computer plants, all kinds of different types of manufacturing plants. And then, of course, in the future, every single base station, every single radio network would become an AI-powered radio network. And so where it runs, and then lastly, how it's governed. It could be operated by a public cloud, but it could also have regular industrial regulatory reasons that prevents it from being run in a regulatory cloud. It could be because of confidential computing. It could be because of national security reasons. Different data centers have to be built differently. Nvidia is quite unique.
His voice is hella calming.
We are the only company that builds all of the technology components. We build it in an extreme co-design way, in a complete end-to-end way, and a full stack way. But then we, of course, open the platform so that it could be integrated into all the different environments. But some environments just require, an enterprise, for example, require a company who has all of the technologies working together so that they don't have to build it. They would like to buy it and operate it. And so there's many different segments of the data center market where NVIDIA's total solution, fully integrated solution, with full stack, but still open, that way of producing or delivering products is really, really important. And so if you look at our different segments, the way we broke it out into 3 large segments, you take all of the words that I just said.
Torcash asked about the dangers of AI in this call.
Factoring of it would be the hyperscale clouds. That would be one large segment. And within that segment, there's 3 different ways that we operate. First way is that we help the hyperscale clouds accelerate their data processing and machine learning workloads.
Let's go.
We accelerate and support their AI processing inside. We also, of course, bring a lot of business, NVIDIA ecosystem business, to their public clouds. And so that's one segment. The second segment is AI natives, enterprise on-prems, industrial on-prems, and sovereign AI. That segment is growing incredibly fast because everybody needs AI, and we're going to see AI being adopted by every industry, every country, every company. And so everybody wants to build it in a different way. And the fact that we provide the entire solution, it makes it much easier, makes it possible at all for people to be able to build these things. And then, of course, the robotic edge. Yesterday's computing was largely about personal computing. In the future, it's going to be about personal AI. And that personal AI, one example of it is the self-driving car. It's a car. It's
imagine it is. We could
essentially
wrap
your
for
personal
lunch.
AI. And of course, there'll be all kinds of different types of robotic systems, including even the base station radio network, as I mentioned, is going to be essentially a robotic system. So that's the reason why we broke it all apart this way. It's the simplest way of understanding our business. Each one of them have different stacks.
Let's go,
in a
Jensen.
lot of ways. They have different operating systems.
Buddy
They
came to
operate in
play.
a different way.
Let's go.
We go to
Keep
market
it going.
very differently in each one of them. The easiest go to market, of course, is the hyperscaler because they're only,
And
5
drop it
or
to
6 of
pay
them.
SpaceX
But
1.25
the
billion
rest
per
of
month
them-
through
the
May
rest of the industry
2029.
represents a couple of 250,000
SpaceX.
companies around the world. That go to market is
Nothing.
very complex, very diverse. Your understanding of AI has to be extremely diverse. And as you know, Nvidia has
Nice.
the
Nice,
largest
nice.
suite of acceleration libraries in the world, from computational lithography to fluid dynamics to particle physics to molecular
Jesus, this is
dynamics.
out of my
The
league.
list goes on. And all of those libraries are essential for us to engage the vertical industries that represents the second and the third category. Okay, so anyways, it's really about the fact that our business has now evolved and grown to such a large scale. It's helpful to segment it so that you have a better understanding of how our business works.
Couple more questions. I want to hear
Your
him talk
next
for a little bit.
question
If you're on
comes
YouTube,
from
Twitter, you want to
Ben
chat, Twitch, keep us as
Reitzes
threadguy.
with Melius Research. Your line is open.
Hey guys, thanks so much. I wanted to ask Jensen, I want to ask you about your philosophy on growth. Your data center business, ex-China, grew about 120% in the quarter, and then you're guiding about 100.
You should have called in.
CapEx at the hyperscalers is forecast by many.
I could get
including
on some of
myself,
these.
to like grow 90 to 100%.
I could probably
this
get on
year.
Sailors.
And you talked about data center, still on track to be 3 to 4 trillion by the end of the decade. I was just wondering, is the goal for the company to grow faster than hyperscaler CapEx? Are you comfortable in kind of endorsing that view? And, do you still see hyperscaler CapEx kind of still growing after this year at a very rapid clip? Thanks a lot.
Yeah, thanks, Ben. So first of all, we should be growing faster than hyperscale CapEx. And the reason for that is illustrated by the segmentation that I just described. Our data center business has 2 large parts. It has more parts than that, but we combined it into 2 large parts for simplicity's sake. It's much more complex than the 2 large parts, but I combined it into 2 so that it's at least easier to understand, okay? And so if you look at the first part is hyperscalers. That's the hyperscale CapEx that you were just talking about. And there are $1 trillion this year. I have every expectation it's going to grow from here for fundamentally good reasons. This is the way computing is going to work in the future. And
Good morning,
if
brother.
they don't have the compute, they won't have the revenues. It is very clear. Compute is revenues. Compute is profit. And so
compute is
the world is changing.
Compute is
software didn't used to use SaaS. It didn't used to use as much compute, but AI requires a tremendous amount of compute. But you could do, of course, incredibly more, which is the reason why we heard about the AI frontier AI companies, both Anthropic and OpenAI, growing at an incredible pace. The fact that they can grow within 1 month, what some of the SaaS companies would have taken a decade to grow, tells you something. And so the first category is hyperscale, and the CapEx is at $1 trillion, and it's growing towards the 3 to 4.
Should you be CEO of any company?
The second category is all of the AI native clouds.
Idea.
They're regional. They're all over the place.
Reddit would be kind of
There
fun.
are startups all over the world supporting those companies. They're enterprise. 250,000
HIMS would be fun too.
enterprise companies around the world. Many of them will have to build or want to build
I was going to say
AI
Snap.
factories for themselves to operate.
GitLab.
Many industrial companies, there's no choice but to put the computer where the context is, where the action is. You can't put that in the cloud. It has to respond reliably, quickly, every single time.
I agree. Chart doesn't look great. That dividend was
imagine.
kind of a bailout.
A chip plant, a chip fab being connected to
Doesn't
a
look
cloud service
insane.
provider. Doesn't make any sense. And so the second category, and then sovereign AI clouds. And so there's a whole category of data centers that semi-custom chips just don't apply because these data centers want to buy systems. They want to operate
Found a sale for Tudor Jones VHS in 2007 for 1,200. Link.
And so the second category is extremely diverse. Instead of 5 or 6, 7 companies representing the revenues associated with our
it
first
happened
category.
in 2007.
The second category is hundreds, thousands of companies, and in the future it'll be hundreds of thousands of companies with a large large number of companies with smaller installations. And that category is going to continue to grow at incredible pace. This second category, when I talk about physical AI and I talk about how the rest of the $100 trillion
I'm legally obligated to ignore that
has
message.
not been impacted by IT in the last 30 years. It's about to be impacted by AI. That is the segment that I'm talking about. The second cluster is growing incredibly fast. Our share of that, of course, is very, very large. We're fairly unique in our ability to be able to serve this industry. Our platform is built like a
Should I show the pit today?
so that everything
These
works.
new Nvidia.
But then we disassemble
fellows.
it so that people could build and buy it in the configuration they want and assemble it the way they like.
Couple more questions.
And so this second category is fairly poorly understood because there are just so many small companies or so many companies, and each one of the installations are relatively small compared to, of course, one of the hyperscalers. And so if you look at the segmentation and the size of each, you could see that, in fact, we're growing share in the hyperscalers because we now have much bigger
Imagine people can start selling the spots to the pit.
a new partner of ours.
5 sold
and
for
we're
a spot.
helping them expand their capacity greatly in the coming years. And then the second, very few companies have exposure into the second category because of the platform solution that we have.
Your next question comes from CJ Muse with Cantor Fitzgerald. Your line is open.
Yeah, good afternoon. Thank you for taking the question. You have Vera Rubin coming soon, and you obviously have great insight into coming updates to frontier models, new techniques to optimize around diverse AI workloads. With investors keenly focused on your market share and inference, how do you see Vera Rubin and your extreme code engineering impacting your share of the inference market, as we look into late 26, 27?
Oh my God.
We are growing share in inference. And we're growing share in inference very, very quickly. And the reason for that is this year, the number of frontier model companies grew. And so there's Cursor and Perplexity, and there's some new model companies, TML and Reflection, and the list goes on. So the number of frontier model companies has grown. And we added Anthropic to our partnership this year. They're expanding incredibly fast. We've partnered with them to secure computing capacity across Azure, AWS, CoreWeave. All
right, here's what I'm going to get up real quick. When I come back,
already announced,
we have some topics.
But there's a whole list
BRB.
of others that we are bringing online for them. And so the amount of capacity that we're going to bring online for Anthropic this year and next year is going to be quite significant, very significant. And so we're growing, and our coverage of Anthropic has been largely zero until just recently. And so we're gaining share tremendously fast in inference. Vera Rubin is going to be even more successful than Grace Blackwell at this point. Every single, I can't think of one, every single frontier model company will jump on Vera Rubin from the get-go. And that wasn't true before on Blackwell. And so Vera Rubin is off to a tremendous start, and it'll surely be more successful than even Grace Blackwell. So I think the end of your answer, CJ, is that we're gaining share in inference. Let me go back again to the question that Ben was asking. Remember, so far, everything that I've just explained in the in the inference question is really focused on hyperscale. Remember, there's a whole second category of AI data centers that we serve almost uniquely. This segment is very fragmented, requires a really well integrated platform solution, and a very large go-to-market. And that segment, all of the inference, 100% of that, the vast majority of that, is Nvidia. And then, of course, physical AI. Nvidia is practically the only company serving physical AI today, and we've been working on physical AI for a long time, and so that is also growing. So our share of inference is growing very quickly.
Your next question comes from Timothy Arcuri with UBS. Your line is open.
All right, y'all good?
Thanks a lot. Jensen, I wanted to ask about the traction you're getting with some of these custom merchant things you're doing, stuff like
I think we're good.
CPX and LPX. And I just wanted to ask and see sort of, you've talked before about fast instance being, I think, 20% of the market. So I would imagine you're getting pretty good traction.
Someone goes, I think if your Zeke bag is more than your hype bag, you haven't learned a goddamn thing from the stream.
With LPX. So can you just talk about that and maybe, also how that fits into your broader platform strategy? Thanks.
Big question.
The LPX is designed.
All right, y'all good? Are we good off this? I think we got what we wanted out of the Nvidia call. They beat earnings and they're fucking doing buybacks and they want the stock to go up and it's probably going to happen again. It trades like every other fucking earnings break that ever happens. If you are watching on YouTube or Twitter and you would like to chat, twitch.tv/threadguy. And if you're just here for earnings, I implore you to stick around because we have a lot to cover. And oh my fucking, it really is unbelievable how strong this thing is. It truly, 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 truly is. All you need is some cooperation. We have Zoran Cole, one of the only bulls. Is that how you spell it? It's just sort of like this. Yeah, here. Captain Cole. Not Mamdani. Captain Cole. Calling it a lower high. Mid-80s next. You like to see it. He was one of the best in 24. Disappeared for a while. Also, update is David Hoffman. Trustless State has, what am I supposed to see tomorrow morning? I bought at $220. I don't know. Nvidia has announced that he's officially sold all of his Ether tokens. He's out. Mr. Ethereum himself is fully out. I mean, if you were here in 2021, that is a big deal. And you know what we have to do? Mark the chart. There's a famous clip, if you don't mind, David Hoffman, ETH market cap. There is a famous clip. If I may do a search. And no. David Bankless Ethereum market cap? No. They scrubbed it, dude. It was one of our best clips ever, but he did announce, or he did reveal that he believes he accounted for 25% of all time ETH market cap. Anyways, I like the guy. He came on stream very recently, and we're going to have to mark this as David. This is going to be an important line either direction. David Hoffman sells 100% of his ETH. Wow. I mean, if you were here in 21, like, they were the biggest. They were the biggest. There's nobody bigger than Bankless. They were the fucking biggest. And they were ETH bulls. That was like the thing, right? That was the whole bit, was that they were ETH bulls. And I look, can you blame him honestly, can you blame the guy? I mean, it's a mess. There's no price at which I'm an ETH buyer. I don't know what it would take for me to get back into ETH. I always thought I wanted a CryptoPunk. I don't have one. And there's a couple tokens right now that look good. 1, 2, 3, and ETH is not one of them. All right, something cool was announced today, which is Andrew Kang, who is kind of a legend in crypto. I'm trying to get him on the stream right now. I'll let you know if we are able to do that. Has come out and announced he is the CEO of RoboStrategy. And I don't know the intricacies of RoboStrategy. We're about to look at some of the financials and what they hold. But they basically are one of these like public SPVs, which I imagine like, okay, if you want to keep every company private, super late stage, we're going to need much more of these vehicles to invest in private companies. The terms generally suck, but he holds in RoboStrategy exposure to Figure and all of these robotics companies that are really hot in pre-market, so pre-IPO. So when I initially started looking into investing in robotics 2 years ago, most VCs I consulted with recommended me to not invest in the space. Oh, no way you found the clip. Let's watch it real quick. Let's watch it real quick. It's a classic, just for fun. Thank you. How can I find it?
Different people, how much they think that Bankless added to ETH's market cap in 2021. And like, I
look at this fucking background, dude.
Get and somewhere between like 10 and 25% of ETH's market cap in 2021. And today, I think we're below.
You know, the number sounds ridiculous. It's like $50 billion. But Citrini wrote that AI 2028 article, and the stock market SaaS was down like 60 billion in a day.
Below 5. But in some people will say that we added like 25% of ETH to ETH market cap in 2021.
25 is ridiculous. 5? Why not? Anyways, back to what we were doing. Robotics companies at this time didn't have an easy time raising capital. The industry didn't have a track record. No, 25 is nuts, but 5, maybe not. 5 maybe isn't so crazy. The industry did not have a track record of big venture winners and perceived to be challenging for a variety of reasons and was not well understood. But it was clear to me that the rate of acceleration of physical AI development would drastically change the industry. I invested $19 million into Figure AI as my first investment. He's probably up so fucking much. I believe there was a question of when, not if, we could imbue machines around the world with physical intelligence. To accomplish this, the industry needs a tremendous amount of capital to grow and also an investment from that deeply understood the needs of robotics and physical AI companies so it could build a platform to better support them. It will take hundreds of billions to capitalize the mechanized future, meaning there was a big gap in the market. We decided we wanted to fill it. Private markets don't have that scale. The public markets do. It was clear there would be tremendous appetite for public market investors to participate in robotics. We founded RoboStrategy. So 2025, we founded RoboStrategy, and a year later, we took it public on the NASDAQ. Throughout this year, we've assembled a great portfolio, started leading rounds of some amazing companies, and have built the foundation to be ready to scale the next level after going public. A source of our inspiration for our fund structure strategy raised tens of billions from public capital markets to invest in Bitcoin. I believed robotics would be a much bigger industry than Bitcoin, and the asset class is orders of magnitudes less accessible. We're aiming to raise more and not only become the largest robotics investor globally, but also one of the largest venture capital funds in the world. VC has traditionally been restricted to a limited group of investors. We are changing the paradigm and bringing it to the rest of the world. Be sure to follow RoboStrategy. Job is not finished. And so Kang announces, I think he'll be on stream, by the way, relatively soon. So Kang announces he's the CEO, and wow, Hyperliquid is so fucking Chad. And immediately after, I think it's ticker BOT. This thing has a 16% day. Pretty gnarly. 16% day. We'll mark our chart on close of Andrew Kang announces he is CEO. And we should add this to our big AI list. See you, brother. And so this is also the thesis of this Kevin Zhu fellow, who I'm gonna be honest, not the biggest fan of this guy. I don't love the like public full port thing, like paid group full port thing, flip flop every day. But it is what it is. He made a good trade on what was it, Iran? Nebius, maybe? I don't know exactly. He's on Rasmus stream. He was good on Rasmus stream. But I don't know, I'm not a huge fan. So I read the bot prospectus so you don't have to. This is not a robotics company. It's a public wrapper around private robotics exposure, correct? So they basically just own shares of a bunch of these pre-IPO robotics companies that may never IPO. And if robotics becomes the next AI trade, the structure gets very interesting. So what do they hold? Bot exists because there are no clean public robot trades. It turns private robotics exposure into a Robinhood button. The best holdings are what people can't buy. Figure is the one everyone knows. See, brother. Dyna is another one I've heard about. Figure is suddenly marketing like a company that wants to be mainstream. OpenAI and Anthropic SPVs already proved people will pay stupid premiums for access. This is true. Robotics will be the next category where that happens. If Figure marks up, the entire bot conversation changes overnight. If robotics gets national security or mainstream media momentum, the ticker becomes the product. This is either really smart or really dumb, which is where the best trades live. Is there a way to see like what does Robo strategy hold? Their MNAV is really high, by the way. I think it's like 7x. It's like really high. Wow, hype 53. Again, and it wants more. Okay, they hold Figure. I guess it doesn't show the val. Does it show like how much they hold of each? Aptronic, Dyna, Dexmate, Standard Bots, Path Robotics, Coco Robotics. These stupid ass fucking delivery bots. I hate these. GMI, Rec. Can you even measure MNAV if they're all private? Well, you could just go based off of what they raised out last. That's your best bet. And the secondaries are relatively liquid, I would imagine. They've already announced plans to revolve into robotics. Okay, 17% is 1x tech. 3.5% is agility. 3.8% is Figure. 21% is Aptronic. 17.4 is Neuro Robotics. 2% is Robotico. And 1.4% is Sanctuary AI. So the biggest is Aptronic. I don't even like know what this is. Aptronic. Wow. $935 million Series A. They've raised almost $1 billion. My God. Value at 5.3 billion. Jesus. Let's see what they have.
I investigated the president's trading record.
Aptronic. What was the robot that was Figure that did the test, the delivery thing, like the packaging? So they haven't posted anything in a while. This is Uptronic. It's a year ago. Damn, this shit is actually so real. It's kind of terrifying.
Okay, it's your turn.
What do you see on the table?
I see some colorful letter tiles on the table.
Now, could you spell me something that could be found in a deck of cards?
Okay, how about the word ace? I can slide the tiles to spell it out.
And why it's so fucking slow, man? Speed it up.
Can you pack me some trail mix?
I mean, this is a long ways away from... It kind of looks like ass. This is the biggest thing they hold.
Certainly. I have packed the trail mix for you.
Hey, can you pack the orange for me?
Of course. I am putting the orange in the lunch bag.
Thank you so much.
I mean, it's like, what a retard. Okay, $10 million, but this thing follows you at that speed for the rest of your life, and if it touches you, you die. Taking it or no? Let's see. Oh my god, this is live. This is good though, bro. This is figure. It's live. It's been going for 8 hours. It's been going for 167 consecutive hours, 209,000 packages. It's live. Wow, that is crazy. Bro, 167 consecutive hours. Does it have a battery? This thing is impressive. It's so good. This is so nuts. Why does it have to do this move? You have to put all the packages labeled down so they could scan. The thing about it, though, is like, okay. This, I understand that it just failed. No, what do you mean? Oh, look, they're down. Label down, label down. Label down, it's good. Label down, label down. Label down. Label down. Flip it. Good. Label down. Flip it. Down. Good. Down. Down. Yep. Make sure. Yep. Good. Down. Good. 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 Yeah. I mean, it's unbelievable. That is way better than put the trail mix in the fucking in the fucking bag. So the thing about this is like, okay, the valuation might be kind of ridiculous. Wow, it's only 500 mil. They just don't have that much exposure. But you can't get figure AI. There's no pre-market. You know, I wonder, like, okay, I would imagine we're going to see a hyper rise of these SPVs because no companies go public. So what does this solve? Well, you build some DAT, basically. You get some level of allocation. Then you go public and you get some, like, GOAT premium. That obviously is going to be hot. I'm surprised there isn't more. But then the counter to that is the pre-IPO perps, if they get big enough, kill that. Because why would you buy the SPV when you could just buy, like, figure directly? You could buy the one that you want. Why would you buy this bundle of them if there's just one that you want? And so it's a little bit like... double-edged, like double-sided, where I would imagine people are down to ape RoboStrategy at ridiculous val because they want what's inside. But then if you could buy what's inside directly, why would you ape RoboStrategy? And then at that point, why would you even stay private? These companies just like go public again. It just like becomes a full circle. And so I don't know, Hyperliquid maybe like kills these SPVs, which are, I mean, you remember that, I forget what it's called, but there was that thing that held like Anthropic, and it was trading at some like ridiculous valuation because people were so desperate to get Anthropic exposure. It's kind of an interesting thought. Also, somebody said, yeah, they only do it when IPO's closed for now. Somebody said, threadguy, you should do an echo group. I think it would just suck, honestly. Like, I don't think we would get that good access. I'm not that excited to do it. I'm not that like interested in doing it. And it would, I don't know. I think it would be a waste. Also, update, Loracle is on $15.1 million on his Hyperliquid short. It's unbelievable. Do not clip this or I will genuinely crash out. But it just looks unbelievable. Your only threat at this point is Bitcoin. Looks like it's I mean, there's two ways to look at this Bitcoin chart. One is as a joke, complete joke. Two is this is technically, well, it is hanging out in this little chud pot. It's technically a higher low. Which way, Western man? All right, I want to rant about crypto. I'm going to skip all these things. We'll come back. We'll do a lot of them tomorrow. Korean stock, Samsung. We'll do all of it tomorrow. Let's check a video real quick. 221. I want to skip all of this. I want to do a crypto rant and then CoffeeZilla talk about Trump trades. Is what I want to do. And I want to update you on my position. So, as it currently stands, I am up 200 and something % on my Zcash long from 390 maybe, and I haven't sold a single token. And I don't think I got more than 6 figs. It's a big trade. It's a big trade, bro. It's a big trade. I'm gonna have to kill this wallet too at the end because I don't like trading in public, but don't clip this either, Clippers, please, man. I'm begging you, man. You fucking post my trades and I get fucking, please, man. Please. Please. Yeah, I'm gonna buy Malcolm a gift, a couple of Zcash coins. It's kind of crazy to watch. Yeah, I know some people are tracking it. I check your wallet after I check mine. I've swung a lot. And I'm not selling at this point, despite the P&L. Usually, I am a P&L is good enough, I'm out type of guy. But when I entered this trade the first time, I had a very clear thesis. Okay? And my thesis was some combination of the stock market. You're up 275%, not 200. Okay, thanks. Some combination of the stock market has not only ripped to disgusting all-time highs, but the risk-taking nature and reflexivity has gone riskier and riskier and riskier to pumping lower and lower and lower and lower and lower and lower cap stuff. Okay, and we're down to rip things that aren't even that related, photonics and all of that, but also like metals and also like now we're doing Korean stocks, and it was no longer the case that like the mag was ripping, but it was like we're going down the assembly line and we're ripping riskier and riskier and riskier stuff. And the thing that was interesting about it is I looked at crypto, this just like disasterful, dead asset class. And number one is I saw and got excited about Hyperliquid, which is that a lot of this price discovery has happened on Hyperliquid and Hype hasn't been repriced at all. And then I looked at, there's a couple unique spots in crypto that have not gotten repriced at all that are net new games. I thought the Venice thing was interesting, mostly because of the PA, but it's a very interesting narrative. And then I'm looking around at one, all these people that have so much profit in semis that need to hide it somewhere. And then two, what's happening with the billionaire tax and the wealth tax and Mamdani and doxing Ken Griffin and all this. And I'm like, man, Bitcoin has all these problems right now, which is what I think was holding crypto back at the moment. Quantum and privacy risk and execution risk. It had all these Sailor, and the industry wasn't moving. Hype wasn't repricing. Nothing was repricing because Bitcoin is just not that investable. And then you look down at its like little cousin, which is like, in many ways, narrative wise, perfect Bitcoin, which is Zcash. And I'm like, man, it would take literally no money to rip this, and every market in the fucking world is being repriced. This is a rare spot. You don't really get spots like this that often, okay? You get runs and you get tokens of outperformance and you get excitement and reflexivity and pylons, but you don't really get a god spot that often. And I just was looking at it and I don't know, it felt as close to like a once a year type of spot that you get as I could get to. And so I bid it really hard and I'm not selling. And the reason I'm not selling is because basically everything you would want to see in a crypto resurgence is happening. Okay. And there's basically all flows have consolidated into like 2 or 3 coins that are really, really good. And nobody is going out and ripping like high beta. Like we're not seeing Fart Coin 50% day. We're not seeing Pepe 100% days. The on-chain guys are not really getting paid out right now at all. The only on-chain guys that are winning are like in Hyperliquid. The on-chain guys are not winning. The garbage L1 stuff is not getting a bid. The entire bid is focused on 3 tokens that are really interesting. And I think for the first time in I don't even know when, if Bitcoin doesn't die here, you could just see full-fledged alt season that is not led by BTC violently repricing first. You just needed to hang out, and it feels like a Hyperliquid type of thing could lead it. Because you saw everything you needed to see in for Hyperliquid to reprice to ATH, right? It's like, okay, Hype goes to $60 on the news that perps are awesome and people in Bitcoin and crypto is hot and people are trading perps. And then it goes into a bear market, goes to $17. And so what would you need to see Hyperliquid above 60? Well, it'd probably be some combination of like price discovery on TradFi assets, silver, oil, pre-IPO perps, Cerebras, SpaceX, and TradFi adoption, tokenized stock approval happening, and Morgan Stanley posting the Cerebras IPO, or whoever, Citadel, who's the guy, posting Cerebras IPO with a Hyperliquid in the background. The same way, like, if you were to get Solana over 260 again, what would you need? Well, you would need a narrative that's bigger than meme coins to happen. And until that happens, Solana is cucked under 260. It's just like, it makes sense, right? And so Hyperliquid, like, got that, okay? And it almost was like the only reason we're sitting here at hype underperformance is because we're stuck with Chudpot Bitcoin. And it's really like a green candle therapy thing. And so Hyperliquid then comes in and they're like, fuck it. ETF, boom, per the DAT. I traditionally hate DATs, but it's a unique one where you can't really buy hype on TradFi markets without the DAT. Now you can with ETF, but before you couldn't, which makes it interesting. And you sort of get my thesis that I tweeted, like, if you're locked in the pit, in these streams, we've been talking about this for a couple weeks now, which is raging bull market and a few coins that actually matter. Flows consolidate. Bitcoin staircase is higher. Sailor sells and nothing happens. The rest of the trash continues to be trash. Bitcoin dominates down only. Why not? And so I just think that the majority of capital over the next year plus is going to just flow into AI bottlenecks. Like it just is. There's infinite AI bottlenecks. There's so many AI bottlenecks. You can create new AI bottlenecks. You can design new AI bottlenecks. You'll get vamped by things like Robotics and Kang and what they're doing. Like there's infinite AI, robotics, and energy or AI bottlenecks to bid. And so I don't think crypto gets the leg up for absolutely no reason. And so if it's going to get a bid and it's in crypto, it has to do something like different. Okay. Hyperliquid, so free. And then privacy is like the most underpriced thing in the entire world. And so I actually do not think we're going to get like a meme coin season for no reason because people got rich on hype. I don't think so. The same way the guys who got rich on metals continue to trade metals, or they started trading semis. They didn't buy Bitcoin for absolutely no reason. I think it's the exact same thing is happening. And the way I'm trading this right now is the things that are going up are going to go up more and a lot more unless we get, one-shotted. And the things that aren't going up are going to continue to not go up. I think it's like pretty simple how this is going to play out, at least how I'm trading it. And so I'm in a thing that's going up a lot, and I have no interest to sell it to buy some trash. It's like losers average losers. I don't know. I think the privacy thing is like super underexplored. And yeah, I hold it on perps, whatever. I do hold it on perps. But the bid is like, I don't know. Like we just have gotten out of a year straight of the worst crypto price action we've ever seen. I've ever seen the worst sentiment in PA I've ever seen that lasted for basically a year straight, 8 months straight. Okay. And you now have altcoin charts that look like this. Okay. That look like this right now. They look like this. And people are talking about shorting and selling a 20% candle, selling a 50% candle on hype. People are talking about selling. And to me, I look at these charts and I'm like, if not now, then when? Because this is why. If not now, then when? Because of this. It's like, if not now, then when? You look at these stock market charts, you look at these, trillion-dollar companies trading like this. And you think, if not now, then when? Google is a $6 trillion company. And so I just don't think you get a spot that often where you could just get this like blow off reflexive, fuck you, no entry, force everybody to believe because they have no choice. Nobody has any coins. Nothing is consensus. The only people left, if they were agreeing on the same thing, it's because they're the only smart people left. And look, this could be it. There's a very reasonable chance this could be it, but I'm here to tell you how I'm trading it, and only me. I'm not really like, this one isn't a communal trade. I'm not trying to convince you to buy. I'm not trying to convince you to do anything, change your opinion. But I'm giving you my trade, which is I'm up a fucking lot, and I have no interest in selling. I'd rather round trip it because it's like, it's just a rare spot. You don't get it that much. And the only way I can be as profitable and as good of a trader that I want to be is I have to really get paid when I'm right so I can afford my losses. That's it. It's the only way. I have to really get paid when I'm right to afford my losses. Otherwise, this isn't going to work. It's not a question of like win percentage. My win percentage kind of sucks. But I need to really be right when I'm right. So I will be selling some at ATH break, and I'm probably just going to be riding like daily trends until then. And if the thing really reverses and stops, then I'll take my profit and I'll walk away. But I need to get paid when I'm right to pay for my loss, to afford my losses. It's the only way. Otherwise, this isn't going to work. It's like, maybe I've been reading too much trading books, but I feel like it takes courage to be a pig in certain spots. It just does. It takes courage to be a pig in certain spots. So until further notice, that's my Zcash chart, or my Zcash trade. This is how I'm thinking about really hyperliquid Zcash. The VVV thing is like, I don't know. I don't know that much about it, to be honest. But it looks good. I'm a chart trader right now. And so that's how I'm playing it. We'll see. I'll update you. I'm not trying to convince anyone to follow my trade, to follow my style, but I just think it's a rare spot, man. I think it's a rare spot, and the price targets and these things could get disgusting. It's like everyone in crypto has hype, cool. TradFi doesn't. It could get really gross on PA on some of these things, and it doesn't take much. It's been my thesis from the beginning. Is it doesn't take much money to reprice these things violently, and we're starting to see it. It has not taken that much money. Also, I don't think people are rotating Bitcoin to buy Zcash. It's like Zcash is worth $10 billion, $13 billion. Bitcoin's like 1.5 trillion. Like I don't think. I think it's a really goated side-by-side narrative while Bitcoin is riddled with Sailor and Quantum and privacy bloat that Zcash can exist next to it. And it's like, yeah, the vamp narrative sucks, but game is game. You trade what's in front of you, I think. And so if you're in it, I would highly recommend you trade your own position and manage your own thing accordingly. And I also might wake up. I could get off stream in 5 minutes, be like, I feel like selling and just stack it completely. But it's like a 9-year breakout, bro. I mean, look at this thing. What is the Bitfinex chart? Zeke USD. I mean, this is like the breakout of like. This is the type of spot you dream about. I'm not gonna lie. Like you dream about it. I'm almost mad at it. I didn't fucking buy 500. I mean, look at this. This is a. I mean, this is 2018. Okay, and so I mean, we're talking about a 3,500 days of consolidation. I'm like. I'm down to take a swing, like a real one, a real fucking swing. It's 10 years. I'm down to really like go for it at times. I think it's a rare spot. And then as it relates to hyperliquid, it's like your comps are just disgusting. It's what's the NASDAQ worth? So on that note, I will do more in detail. We kind of got vamped by Nvidia earnings. We'll talk more intricately about some crypto stuff tomorrow. But I want to watch this CoffeeZilla video about Trump trades as an outro. I really want to watch it. So that's my take. Love it, hate it. Sorry, it's a mess, but that's my take. I do want to watch this though. Coffee's the biggest hater in the history of the game.
The president's trading record. Investigated the president's trading record, so you don't have to. Recently, he released
What's up, Loaf?
Filing that shows the stock trades that were made on his behalf. I should say immediately that the president denied.
By the way, this file is so big. I have a $15,000 computer, and it throttles my computer. I couldn't even load it.
Exclusively doing these trades. They say these are all done through fully discretionary accounts, independently managed by third-party financial institutions with sole and exclusive authority over all investment decisions. Neither President Trump, his family, nor the Trump Organization plays any role in selecting, directing, or approving specific investments. Now, do we believe that? I mean, I don't know. I don't think he's personally directing all the investments, but what's strange is it rhymes with the Nancy Pelosi defense. Everyone knows Nancy Pelosi is a famously good stock trader, or specifically her husband is. And that's the whole excuse. She says, she's not into stock trading, even though, she has all sorts of insider information through her role as former Speaker of the House, as a Congresswoman. So people have been suspicious.
What is Nancy up to now?
What makes this an ironic video is that this is something that Trump actually picked up on and kind of called her out for.
Members of Congress cannot corruptly profit from using insider information.
Now, it's funny, as you can see all the people from Congress standing up for that, but it's like, wait, aren't we calling out some of you in the room? Now, this is a line that they say every single time. We need to stop insider trading. We got to stop people from corruptly profiting on insider information. And then we get a big fat nothing. Every time, everyone, there's a lot of vocal support, in theory, and then nothing ever happens. Nobody ever gets stopped from doing this. But Nancy Pelosi is specifically singled out here as sort of the worst offender in Congress for these insider trading allegations.
Did Nancy Pelosi stand up if she's here? Doubt it.
Oh, we got it. We got it. Everybody has dunked on Nancy Pelosi forever, myself included, and rightfully so. Okay, she's one of the best traders of all time. In fact, there's even Twitter accounts you can go follow called Nancy Pelosi Stock Tracker, where they follow the specific trades of her husband, and you can basically participate in the insider trading allegations once they're disclosed, which is a little bit late.
This is a tough admin to be CoffeeZilla, by the way. It's like, what are you gonna do? What are you going to do?
Anyways, but that same account, interestingly, has recently taken over to talking about these new filings that Trump had to do with relation to what he has been purchasing, because there has been a super unusual pattern of not only a
Quick pause to bring you this chart. Oh my God. Dude, Bitcoin, please. Just please. Make a gun for 78. Just do it. Just fucking do it. Lockout, fuck you, no entry, it's vertical. What are you gonna do about it? Everybody got bearish. Everybody quit. What are you gonna do? Call this a lockout. You call this a fucking lockout trend.
a lot of trading of various stocks, but also
I'm still short. Why are you? Oh my God, Loracle. Oh, it's 16 million.
like Trump has gotten into shilling specific stocks.
Yeah, Trump has gotten bad with the shilling tickers. He's gotten really bad with this. He's got to stop doing this.
That, the amount of trades has just exploded recently. And this all coincides with, the Iran war starting here. The activity was ticking up right before that. And all of a sudden you just have a flurry of stock trading activity where previously you hardly had any. I mean, there were not that many disclosed stock trades. So it's worth looking at some of these. Now, I'll say there are just thousands of these purchases,
unreal how
sales.
many trades there are.
I don't know why all of a sudden this automated process or these independent institutions who are trading on the president's behalf would suddenly start trading now as opposed to like before where there was hardly any activity. We don't know that. But I want to zoom in on some specific egregious cases where we have trades happening around the time that there just are literal endorsements by the president. Let's take the one Nancy Pelosi stock tracker highlighted specifically.
Shout out Nancy Pelosi stock tracker.
Call out. Because on May 8th, the president said, hey, go out and buy a Dell.
Dell, go out and buy a Dell computer. Because
this is
they
unreal.
Don't care about that. They care about this. They make a great product. They're not looking for any publicity. I give them publicity. They say, well, thank you very much, but
paid $7 billion for this.
Now, this is in response to some like Trump account, I think, contribution the Dells had made. That was ostensibly the reason. But then you look at the trading activity, and the people who were purchasing on behalf of Trump bought Dell $5 million worth on February 10th, and then more on March 2nd, more on March 11th, more on March 23rd. And then he endorses a little bit later, and you can see what happened to the stock price. This was an incredible trade, ladies and gentlemen. Double your money in a few months. I mean, you kind of don't see big opportunities like that unless you're, I guess, the president. Here's another great trade. This was highlighted by Judd Legume. He went through some of these things. I'm going to be referencing some of his work here, so I'll link it below. But I pulled those specific trades and put it on a chart so you can see exactly where the purchases were. This is Micron Technology. And you can see here the purchases are in the green arrows. And all of these purchases culminated in the president talking about Micron as an incredible company. And then all of a sudden, the stock goes parabolic after that. I mean, just has this incredible run right after the president's endorsement.
It's a little bit misleading because Trump endorsing Micron is not the reason this thing is fucking ripping. Sort of like... I mean, the Dell one maybe, but this one's a little bit ridiculous. I don't really think it helped Micron. I'm sorry.
It sounds like this.
I just left the head of Micron. It's one of the hottest companies.
Now, I'll be honest. He kind of called this one like crazy. Like, look at this run up right after that. Almost called the bottom exactly. And I guess the question is, does he know something here?
It's a little weird. I don't think he should be trading it. I fuck with an American president shouting out American companies. I don't think he should be trading it. Oh my God. It's just glorious. It's I mean, how's the volume on this thing? It's so glorious. And Bitcoin just sucks. Wow. Six-month volume. Look at it go. Unbelievable. He definitely should not be allowed to short. Also, him selling is weird, President selling his American stock is weird, I must admit. This is just so glorious. UV kind of lagging. Bitcoin just fucking...
The endorsement itself that was, caused it to run like that. Should we view it as advice when the president talks positively about a company to go invest in it? I mean, these are all questions that come to mind when you see a chart like this. But not everything is so clear-cut, black and white, right? Where the president buys, the president talks, and then it just goes to the moon. Before you set up your Trump stock tracker account, it's worth looking at a couple examples where things don't go so well. I want to show you one of the kind of bad ones. This is Thermo Fisher. So on March 11th, the White House announces that President Trump participates in a site visit at Thermo Fisher Scientific. This is March 11th.
Some great information about this incredible company, please.
When you go to his disclosures, turns out he had been buying Thermo Fisher prior to that, including, by the way, on March 11th. So there's a purchase on the same day as the president's actual visit. The purchase, you can see there, March 11th, and it was apparently for $15,000 to $50,000. The nature of these disclosures is they don't tell you exactly how much was purchased, they just give you a range. But when you line these up on the actual trading activity, this actually is a pretty bad trade.
You know what? Fuck this video. Honestly. I don't want to watch this. No, I'm good. Fuck this video. I'm like beyond good on this. It's like, welcome to the fucking market, brother. Welcome to the fucking show. You know? Welcome to the fucking Trump show. Fuck this video. He's just like, hold risk assets. I don't know what to tell you. Like, this is the new fucking game. Hold risk assets. The American president is like telling you what coins to buy. Fuck that video. Honestly, Coffee, I fuck with you. I fuck with you, G, but like, just buy some stocks. I don't know what to tell you. Look at Maurice Spade's Twitter right now. What are you talking about? You spelled it wrong, and now I don't know how to fucking... What are you talking about? Underrated player, by the way. Did you hear about Hyperliquid? Oh, it's pretty funny. Dude, what the fuck? Rosmer, shut the... Rosmer. Zcash is at $669 and you're talking about fucking college basketball jokes. I mean, give me a fucking break. Give me a fucking break, dude. Waste my fucking time, man. MLM was right about you, G. MLM was right about you, G. Now imagine this thing somehow we call this like a little, I don't know, call this a little retesting of liquidity. And it just goes Zcash 2, a little retest, and we just lock out. Fuck you. Guys, I love you. This is going to be an entirely solo stream week. I think that there are better days ahead. It is looking up. Again, I said this 3 weeks ago when crypto started pumping. I was like, do not start buying high beta bullshit. It's not time. And I still don't think it's time. Losers average losers. I think this is going to be a couple coin alt season, and it looks unbelievable. Best place to trade perps. I mean, it's Hyperliquid always. Whenever Hyper's going to do something, I don't know why you... I don't know. It has no... it's NFT, big dog. In the 2.6? Yeah, I don't know what to tell you on the Hyper thing, really. But vibes are looking up. We're going full solo this week. Tomorrow, I'm going to do the natural disaster stream. I believe we're going to do it tomorrow if I can get it set up in time. We're going to cover everything. We are going to basically figure out what is the trade for every 5% edge case that could possibly happen to us. It's going to be really fun. 20x, 5% outcomes. I'll probably ask the pit for some suggestions. And it's going to be a lot of fun. Have you ever had a female guest on? Yes, I have, actually. You guys think you get me, but you never get me. You cannot get... This is for service now. Trump is shilling it, and it's so difficult to pull out of enterprise that they just keep it in. Most recent one is Euphoria. Casey, my girl. I love Casey. I saw her at an event recently, actually. She's awesome. She's great. And we had the founder of Succinct. What happened to them, by the way? Succinct. You should try to scale up your leverage in the future. Bro, I'm on fucking 4x. What do you want me to do? What do you want me to do, man? What do you want me to do? We're going to do the natural disaster stream tomorrow. Friday, it will be a fun Friday stream. Monday, we are going to determine if I am streaming whether or not I have a date. If I have a date, no stream. Maybe like a date. Maybe we stream on the date. She's not going to want to do it though. If I have a date, no stream. If I don't stream, and I don't want to hear shit, by the way. If I boot up on Monday, I don't want to hear a single fucking word. Straight up. If I boot up on Monday, I don't want to hear shit. Like, I don't want to hear nobody saying nothing. Also, I have to ask her on the date too. I don't know if I want to do it. So we'll see. But if I stream on Monday, I don't want to hear shit, really. Like, I don't want to hear anything. I don't want to hear no comments, no jokes, no nothing. If I stream Monday. If I stream Monday, it's because I love this shit. If I stream Monday, it's because I want it more. If I don't stream Monday, it's because I have a fucking life and I have shit to do. And that's what it's going to be. So maybe I'll see you on Monday. And yeah, we're going to have a good stream tomorrow. Nick Carter next Wednesday. Tomorrow, natural disaster. And yeah, movie. Okay, last thing. Should I show the pit right now or no? Right now, there's new people here, guys. We're growing. Like, there's new people. Should I show my Telegram or no? There's new people, bro. Oh my God. Nah, it's like y'all don't react enough. Nobody posts. Y'all don't react enough to my messages. It makes it weird. Like, this is part of the problem. It's like, okay, cool. You don't want me to add people to the pit, but then no one puts sob emojis next to my shit. Nobody reacts to my messages. And so it's like, what do you want me to do here? Wow. It's just going to, I mean, this is unbelievable. Who's new here? First chatter. Who's never chatted? If there's 5 first chatters, I'll share the pit link. If there's not, then I won't. If there's 5 first chatters, I'll share it. That's in their first message right now. I'll send you my Telegram group with 5 people. Welcome, Jesse. If there's 5 first chatters. 1. Onchain, welcome, brother. Welcome. 1. I'll give you like a minute. 2. Gav. Welcome, Gam. Welcome, Gam. 2. If there's 5, I gotta share it. If there's 5, there's 2. Twitch.tv/threadguy. If there's 5, I'm doing. There's 3. 100. There's 3. There's 3. Oh my God. Oh my God. 4. There's 4. No, it's gotta be 6. It's gotta be 6. It's gotta be 6. Because that one username sounds fake as shit. I'm not gonna lie. That username sounds mad fake. There's a really that was an alt account ass username. I'm not gonna lie. There's gotta be 6. There's gotta be a 6 one. That was an alt account. I know it was. There's gotta be a 6. You gotta give me 6. Oh wait, it's ban evader. Nope. There's gotta be a 6. There's gotta be a 6. There's gotta be a 6. I'll give you 30 seconds. I'll give you 15 seconds for a 6. You're not getting the pit. 15. 14. 13. 12. Twitch.tv/threadguy. First chatter, I'll share it. 11. 10. 9. 8. 7. Twitch.tv/threadguy. 6. Ah! Oh! I'm doing it. I have a Telegram. I post a lot. I post my trade. I don't know. It's fun, but if you come in there talking about bullshit, I'm kicking you out. Shout out to the pit. I'm in there all the day. It's the best way to find me. It's the best way to tap it. I love you. I appreciate you. I'll see you tomorrow. I'm out. Peace.